live, working.
I also will give you a picture of her chair so you just have that
Yeah, just on hand.
on hand.
On hand.
Take a look on the ground, I said.
On hand.
It works, and when it works, it works. It's not showing you as online on Twitch yet.
It should be up. You might just need to reload if you were already in the chat.
Let me refresh. Oh, I've got an ad. I sent you the tail picture? I did. Did you ask for anything else?
No. I think that should cover everything.
And I will get her document up so I can like talk about her if you or anyone else has questions.
Absolutely.
So.
We love the early Halloween decorations. I'm allowed to celebrate Halloween a little early.
Is that supposed to be me sitting with you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so cute!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Our stream.
Our stream.
Our stream. Na, 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 na.
Okay, I had it up yesterday. Today I exited out of it. That's what it was.
Much like most of the pictures I've drawn of my friends when they're staying on stream with me, I speed ran drawing it in like half an hour before we started.
It feels very me.
Good.
I appreciate. Oh, I should send you a picture of Gloop.
Of Gloop?
Gloop. Gloop is her. She's a summoner. So
Right.
Gloop is her summon. He's just a goofy little guy. Give me a second. I wonder where there is a Gloop image. Probably still in my downloads.
Also, Bri's witch themed, so I slapped myself in the witch costume and put the Halloween stuff up. It felt appropriate. If you can't find a Gloop image, I can probably pull it off of Foundry. This is Hable.
No, I have it. He's just a derpy little dude.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy. Just a derpy little dude. That's the one I've got of Gloop, so. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Hazel, are you excited? Or I guess I should use screen names.
He's so
It doesn't
French.
matter, does
No,
it?
I call her Hazel on stream.
He's so French.
Friend shaped.
Nope, he's so
He
French.
is French.
Oh la la.
Oh, French.
Just an itty bitty guy. You're so good at art, and it's always so amazing.
Aw. I haven't even started yet. There are at least 300 other trans women named Hazel, so I think I'm good. Yeah,
Yeah.
not exactly worried.
I just need to be careful to say feral if I bring that up, because he is very self-conscious of his internet persona.
Fair enough.
I think you mean feral enough.
He is feral.
He really is. I think we got the apartment, though, so that's nice.
Yay. How big is Goop?
Gloop.
Compared to her.
I picture him as being as tall as she is when she's sitting in her chair.
Okay.
So. Like, when she's swimming, she'd be, like, way...
She'd be much taller.
Longer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to play on Wednesday, Hazel, because we're packing like crazy, because we're moving on Saturday. So.
So soon, so fast.
So soon, so fast.
No stress in there at all.
We had a game night at the Sybil's place Saturday. I sent you a panicked message about this, Maddie. Which I hope you found funny.
I did.
But after that, as we were getting ready to leave, I just fainted.
Oh.
Like, once we started talking about the move and stuff, like, it's so stress. So stress.
A little bit of stress as a treat.
Yep. How long does it normally take people to start showing up? I've always been curious about that.
It depends. On the week.
Yeah.
Hazel's usually here right off the bat. Echo usually is. It's a little bit odd that she's not, but...
Maybe mermaids aren't her thing.
No, I'm guessing something came up, like she's busy or has work.
Oh, yeah. Well, even if it's just for me, I appreciate you, Hazel. Or, Maddie. I'm struggling so much with names this week. Hazel is the artist now.
I'm Hazel now.
Yeah, that's very convenient for you, Hazel. Did I just get hit with 5 ads again? I think I did.
Whack.
Yeah, I got one for Alienware, one for Nike, I've got one for Velveeta now.
Twitch really said many ads.
Twitch really said, oh, and now I've got one for, another Nike ad. Different Nike ad. So maybe the first one wasn't Nike.
Oh no, it's very possible to get the same ad like 3 times in a row.
Need a break from ads.
Need a break from the ads?
Pay us! So, fun fact, Gloop... fun fact, Gloop can walk on land at the same speed as he can swim, even though he is water.
He's a goopy little guy.
That's a feat I took for him to be amphibious. So
nice. So what is the build for this character? Like,
so she is a summoner. So she summons Gloop, who kind of does like the melee for her. But then the thing is, before she had, there's a lot of backstory. before she had to flee her home, she was beginning to unlock her powers as a sea witch, basically. So she's learning spells that I've translated into like a generated version of Aquan or Thessalonan. That then water language TM. That then I translate the spells into. So she's casting these spells, not really knowing what they're going to do, but I do. So then I play out how they work in game. So I'm like, for example, like there's a spell called Summon Swarm or something like that, where basically she just opens her mouth and a swarm of pests that she designs in her head spew out from her mouth in a 15-foot cone.
Nice.
And this damages everyone in the area, not just enemies. So, she accidentally cast it at her Vomit Swarm. There it is. Vomit Swarm.
What a name.
Yeah. So she cast it at two guys that were right next to one of her party members, but the party member was in the middle.
Oof.
So, he got hit with it, and he was bleeding very badly afterward. So...
Yike.
She apologized. She's figuring it out. It's kind of like a going on thing.
Yeah.
So... Oh, I was gonna send you a picture of her chair. That's what I was doing. In case you needed it.
In case I needed it.
In case you needed it. I worked damn hard on this chair, and I'm upset that it isn't better. But I did not use great materials. I used cheap ones that were available. No one can blame me for that on the internet.
They can, they just couldn't do better, you know, like it's...
Yeah. I see you. You try and make a better doll. Especially one where you rip its legs off.
As a treat.
I sent you a picture of the chair. The black isn't actually supposed to be black. It's supposed to be like see-through to the underneath, but, you know.
Yeah, but cutting the cardboard like that would have made it rather unstable, methinks.
Correct. Also, I would need an X-Acto knife, which I do not have, and I don't think Chris would trust me with.
It might be a bad idea to give the person who faints an X-Acto knife.
Oh no, it might be bad to give the person who has literally cut her part of her thumb off with an X-Acto knife before.
Oh my God,
an
Bri.
X-Acto knife. It was in high school. We were carving styrofoam. And
Of course, the deadliest of all things.
Yeah. Well, I had never carved before. Let us be clear here.
Oh, yeah.
And, I went to do it, and it slipped into my hand that was holding the piece. So... I will also say I have designed her as more flat-chested for...
I will flatten her up.
Okay. For, ¿Cómo se dice? Aqua dynamics. I actually, so fun fact about, like, the craft of this doll. I built her on a Chelsea body, which in the Barbie, line, Chelsea is kind of like the, equivalent of, like, a little sister body type. When in Monster High. So Chelsea is like the teenage version. So she's sometimes got cooler hair. She has a flatter chest. She has a more square build. So since I wanted Deladius to feel more I didn't want her to feel round. Like, if you'll note in some of the designs I used, I tried to use more pointed features. I tried to use more angular shapes. And that was because I wanted her to feel, like, starkly different when it came to, like, the waves and, like, the water in the ocean. But also, like, she's shark-kin. So when you look at that, it's supposed to be more, like, I don't know, harsh, basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't want her to feel like a little mermaid or like a like that kind of style. I wanted her to feel more, one, alien, but two, like, weird, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So some of the choices I used, like, yeah. I don't want her to be the pretty mermaid, right? Like,
yeah.
But I want her to be, I don't want her to be, like, completely not pretty, right? Like,
yeah.
There should still be, like, an elegance. She's not, like, an abyssal-kin, which is a different thing where they are, like, horrors of the deep, merfolk. But, like, her eyes don't have pupils. And if I had, like, opened her mouth, all of her teeth are, like, shark teeth. They are, like, pointed. Which is, there's actually a photo of her smiling on one of my Sims things where she has that, and it's wild. I couldn't do much with her face without, like, shaping it more.
Yeah.
And I did not trust myself to do any shaving or sculpting on her face with where I'm at in my skill level right now. So I kind of had to do that with decisions I made about how I did her makeup and things like that. So I think it translated pretty well. Like, she still feels pretty, but, like, harsh. So.
But sharp.
Yep.
She doesn't have bones, just cartilage.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, in her tail, I think so. Because that thing would be heavy otherwise.
The tail? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Hazel did it as a joke, I see.
And you're like, no, correct.
Yeah. Well, the tail needs to be more flexible to, like, do currents and stuff. Deal with the current events. And then there is one thing I left off of her that I should have done, and I might do it if I go through, like, a redraw. Or not a redraw. That's what you're doing. If I go through a, like a rework of some of her things. So, give me a second and I will tell you. I might have never done it, but I don't think I ever did. Okay, so that's something I need to think about. So summoners, specifically, are supposed to have a symbol that appears somewhere on their body, and their Eidolon gets a matching symbol somewhere on their body. I think in the same place, theoretically, but...
I gotta be careful, I am the DM. Mermaids are all the same family and genus, and as such won't have incredibly radical changes, like the lack of bones. Animals with tails deal with currents with bones just fine.
Just fine. That's fair. Okay, so
but
her
I'm
tail
not
is
the
made
DM.
of...
It's made of goop!
No, it's made of gloop.
It's just one gloop in her tail that does all of the movement. Obviously.
It's all muscle. No, it can be hard cartilage, or hard bone. That's fine. Like I was saying, there's a symbol that appears on both of them. It's normally, like, pretty simple. So I've been trying to... I think I was trying to think of what hers was, and then I forgot to think about it and finish it.
Understandable.
So that's something I will need to add at a later point.
Where were you
Also,
thinking on her body for it?
I have no idea. Like... Let me look at doll while you draw. Oh, also her hair shouldn't be, like, super poofy like it is. I think we've talked about this.
Yeah.
It should be very, like, close to her face, and then it's, like, it looks like it was cut with, like, a, dull knife or something. Like, it's all jagged and different lengths and things like that. Just kind of a little bit shorter. So. Or shorter in places, longer in others. Like, it's not...
Yeah, uneven.
Yeah. The way I have it currently is, like, one shoulder leans a little longer than the other, like an ASIM, but I'm not completely, like, in love with any particular hairstyle.
Because you also want to flatten hers out quite a bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, just hugging the face kind of level. Because, like, you okay?
Yep, I sneezed.
Hair that has been underwater for 2.5 decades isn't gonna be the healthiest. It's gonna be dry. There's no oil in it. And even after you've been above ground above water for years at this point, it's still gonna have some of that damage toward the ends.
Kind of leans into a conversation I have about water genasi all the time, which is like, would their bodies like compensate for it over the years? Like, would her hair just be really oily?
See, that's a good question too, and I think it does lean that way.
My favorite thing to bring up with water genasi is because saliva is like in water, like is water soluble. Would it be something different, and would it be more of an acidic thing to start pre-digesting your food? Because leaning into the fact that like water genasi in 5th edition, to be clear, have like acid resistance.
I think so, and then that's also where you got the idea that you and Chris talked about this years ago. Is this where the idea that they're the least fertile comes from?
Because
highly acidic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be more if the body level itself is more acidic than other places are more acidic. And that conversation is one I bring up every once in a while with people just to catch their vibe, to see if they're like gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it kind of, if I lean into that, it kind of makes sense with why Ambabaranth and Juliet are having trouble conceiving as well.
Yeah.
So.
We just gotta get him some stronger lube to protect his little guys.
That's true.
It's true. I love the like pattern you have for her tail.
Oh, it took
just
so
with
long.
With the fabric and everything. It's
It took so long, but I'm so glad I did it. It was so rewarding. I think it took me a week to finish that because I hand stitched all of it to get the precision.
God, girl. Really?
Yeah.
I thought you just got a cloth, like you just like flipped something inside out so that it would have that pattern on it.
Nope. Those are stitched. So what this is this is a satin fabric that I had a spare of. Or maybe not satin, it might just be a faux silk. But basically that shiny, slippery fabric that you can find everywhere. Yeah. And then I took two rectangles of it that were approximately how long I wanted her tail and wide enough that I could stuff it, and I made 2 of them. Then on the non-shiny back, I drew a grid in paint. Like, actually painted on a white striped grid.
Horrifying.
So every, I think it was 1/4 of an inch, I think, would be another line all the way across, and then another line all the way vertically. Jesus. So I had a grid of squares. And then I spent a week in total. This took me like a month because of fainting and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
over probably like a week of dedicated days to finish sewing all of the zigzags in one direction and then the other on both panels.
My goodness.
So,
dedication.
no, that was a labor of love. And I think how I got them to meld into the body worked out really well too, which is the other thing I'm really happy about. Because, yeah, you can tell where one ends and the other begins, but you have to be looking for it as well.
At a glance, it's not super clear.
Yeah. So Gloop has 2 attacks because the summons get a, I think a ranged attack and a melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
So his melee attack is called the Ice Sickle. Icicle.
Sickle.
And then his long distance is just a Water Whip. So. But they're cool. And then the brassiere, I hand dyed that yarn, that color.
Ooh.
So that was pure white embroidery thread that when I was painting, you're gonna get a kick out of this. When I was painting her body piece, the black and gray, I had the water that had the acrylic paint that when I clean my brush to switch to a different color.
Is that what you dyed it with?
Yeah, you can use acrylic paint to dye acrylics. Because that's how that works.
That's amazing.
And certain yarns and certain threads are acrylic, and that one was. So I let it simmer in there until all of the water evaporated. I'm so glad we get to do this. It's so exciting.
Little bit of girl time.
Little bit of girl time. You have anything I can promote to Hazel?
Anything you could promote to specifically Hazel?
Yep.
I don't think so. I think today we're just
vibing.
Letting ourselves be creative. Hazel's already in like the Patreon server and everything, so.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's in the bowl yet, but what would you like her to be eating?
Well, I don't know if Gloop eats, but Deladius really enjoys like toads and fish. Although right now the party just has a bunch of jerky. Like that's what the party has. And one of our players, Duck, is a ranger. And she keeps jerkying every animal we come across.
How? That takes like... It's not a short process.
She has a room for it in our keep. So literally...
Jerky forever!
Yeah. No, literally, there is a creature that they fought one session I wasn't there called a bunyip. And it's like a seal, right? So Deladius knew about these because you can find them in the ocean.
Of course.
And Deladius said, you only... Hazel told me as Deladius, basically you would only hunt these if you're starving because they are so bad tasting. And Deladius relayed this information to, and they're tough. Relayed this information to Ellis.
And Ellis was like,
and
jerky time.
And she was like, well, anything can taste better with salt.
You'd think being from the sea, they'd already have a substantial amount of salt in them.
Well, she tried it. Bunyips are more accurately seal shark and crocodile hybrids. Excuse me.
Which you'd think would make them a delicacy. However, they just got the bad parts of all of them.
Correct. Like, seal meat, I think, was a delicacy for a long time.
Oh yeah. Well, and so
because they're very fat. So, and muscly.
Well, and shark meat, fins specifically, are still set out to this day as like a delicacy.
Yeah. Which is awful for the sharks.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the hunting of them got so bad that because people would just they'd bring up the whole shark, cut the fins off, and then toss the rest of it into the water.
Yeah.
Which is illegal now. Yay.
It's mostly incredibly tough, salty, and gamey, is what Hazel said the meat would taste like.
More salt for that, then. No other spices. More salt, please.
So Ellis jerkied a bunyip, and that is the jerky that she took with her to the dungeon we're exploring, and we're going to be exploring for in-game at least another 2 weeks to a month.
Hazel, how long you give them before they want to kill themselves because they're eating that? The hunting of sharks. They closed the Disneyland. What? How did that happen?
I'm Googling.
In-game, at least another week in the dungeon.
There you go.
It's a long time to be eating the grossest jerky you've ever had.
Okay. It was a shark reef attraction at Disney's Typhoon Lagoon. I think. Unless, Hazel, you know more. You always know more. Disneyland Shanghai, they were serving shark fin soup, and there was a lot of controversy.
That would do it.
Might have been Hong Kong Disneyland.
It's probably not something you're going to be able to find too many articles on, because Disney spends a lot of money keeping its bad reputation things as secret as they can, I know.
Hong Kong Disneyland dropped the soup from its menu after it could not find a suitable source. Okay, here's what it says about it. The Disneyland shark fin soup controversy involved environmentalists protesting Hong Kong Disneyland's initial plan to serve shark fin soup at its opening in 2005, citing the dish's role in unsustainable fishing practices and shark finning. After public outcry and review, Hong Kong Disneyland reversed its decision and removed the soup from its menu because it couldn't find a sustainable source.
They were like, no, don't worry, guys. We'll find a good, reputable way to do this to sharks. People were like, the fuck do you mean? There aren't many places you can get it anymore, shark fin soup.
Yeah.
But you
which
can
is good.
still get it. But the rest of the shark has to be used. Like, they still have to sell the whole shark now. And there's not many legal places to hunt sharks.
Disney did it again. Holy shit. Sorry.
What do you mean they did it again?
After waging a spirited campaign against the Walt Disney Company, environmentalists welcomed Hong Kong Disneyland's announcement that it would not serve the Chinese delicacy shark fin soup. Disney came under fire when it said it would serve the dish at 2 of the attraction's hotels.
Oh.
Greenpeace, the World Wildlife Fund for Nature, and WildAid say the company was neglecting its publicized commitment to protecting endangered species. This was back in 2009, by the way. Disney came under fire when it said it would serve the dish at 2 of the... Okay, hold on. Disney said that although it takes environmental stewardship seriously, it wanted to balance those concerns with cultural sensitivity to Chinese customs. There is no follow-up on if they ever reversed the decision.
Quick, look up the menu!
Do you want me to read some of Deladius's backstory for you, if you haven't heard it?
I would love to hear it.
Just some fun factoids as you draw. Okay, so, what I originally wrote for her, which has changed, I need to update her document. She is a medium-height, slim-built woman. She has a very thin frame. Most of her power and build comes from her long black tail, with several dorsal fins on the back of her tail. I thought about putting those on, but it didn't fit with the chair, like, and then where the seam line was on the doll, I couldn't have, like, sewn them in cleanly, so it would have been a difficult thing, so I just decided to scrap those in my final design. Her skin is peach colored, which it still is, and she wears dried seaweed, which she does not anymore. She wears salvaged rope from sunken ships as her brassiere, and as a armband on her arm. And then she has a necklace of 3 scales and a tooth. And she has a fish bone, rib bone as like a gauge earring. Which I thought was a very cool thing.
This is good soup.
Is good
On
soup.
which ear? Is it the one that is visible to us?
Nope.
Cool. F.
F.
What could have been?
What could have been? Just
okay,
do the thing where you like switch it to the other side real quick.
No one needs to see that. I didn't double check the sketch. We're not even gonna consider looking at it the other direction.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Sexuality, straight. I think she's the first straight character I have ever played.
Well, now.
And she's only interested. Huh?
I said, well, you're not straight, so that makes sense.
Correct, but it felt appropriate for this character. Like, that's the direction her personality.
You were like,
so.
We can have one straight character.
Token
as
straight.
Everyone needs to have one straight character. Often it's the first one people play, because they just don't know any better about themselves yet. They'll get there.
Carnal was a bisexual disaster. But I already knew I was bisexual when I started playing, so there's that.
Oh, exactly. If you already know, then, like...
Yeah. Ashilda was ace.
I think I've played most of my characters, unless they were explicitly attracted to something. like if that was important to their character. Like Charlotte needed to. Charlotte's Pan. We know this. Look at her.
Yeah.
But that was important because she worked as like a prostitute on her way to the temple. Like, that was just part of her life.
Yeah.
But most of the other ones have been like, nah.
Yeah.
We're not worried. Oh, and Farain, who was married.
Yes.
Farain married the Basking Joy Woodlands clan. Miss clan.
Anyway, let's see. Back to Deladius, because that's who we're focusing on.
Back to Baby Goyle.
Big Goyle. So she's only interested in merfolk. So, Deladius was raised in the depths of, and this might have changed because Hazel renames stuff, but that's fine. Deladius was raised in the depths of the Desdemona Bay Shelf, traveling with her hatchmates for protection in the underwater war zone of mermaid supremacy. The shelf at the edge of the bay line hosts dozens of mermatic homes, reaching toward the top of the bay floor, where the old mermatic families of the coral host their fanciful homes and colorful frills. Those of the coral rain down rules, war, and strife amongst those that find the depths home. Things came to a head when the coral folk decreed that those from the shelf and the floor would tribute all profits from wrecks, broken fishing lines, and blow-offs from the currents to the coral kind. This caused poverty and starvation to those on the floor, like Deladius and her kin, and immense financial pressure for those of the shelf. Something had to give, and Deladius had the determination to do what was necessary. She left the safety of her pack. When it came clear if something wasn't done, they wouldn't make it through the end of the shipping season. Deladius dove deeper and deeper across the floor until she reached the second shelf. Here she hesitated, but knowing there was nothing else to be done, she dove deeper. She met with the abyssal folk, whose strange lights and teeth were off-putting even to her. They spoke in whispered tones of the voice of the deep. An ancient story from the truest depths where the pressure became too great to dive, even for them. Here, Deladius waited, meditating on the edge of the deep ravine, reaching out to this voice of the deep. Eventually, as her hunger became almost too much to bear and her mind ached from the pressure of the waters, she heard the voice. It spoke of immense powers and ambitions, should it be freed from the prison of its own making. Deladius, seeking this persuasion, agreed immediately, sinking into the depths. She does not remember what occurred, nor does she remember the travel back to the first shelf and its floor. She only remembers the looks of determination and pride, as those of her kin and those of their hovels, as they made their way up to the coral shoals of the Desdemona Bay. Here they made a fierce battle, the coral kind and the coral king with their weapons and specialties, and those of the floor and shelf with their teeth and companions. Deladius, with her new power, summoned her Eidolon, but, unready to harness the large and sheer force from this summoned creature broke from her control, and unable to maintain its form without its connection to her, shattered into smaller entities that were easily destroyed by the coral guard. Deladius saw 2 of her hatchkin killed and another captured. Of the 4th, she never knew. Reconnecting to a single weaker piece of her Eidolon and unmanifesting it, she fled, swimming as quickly as she could towards not the depths, but the shoreline. She pulled herself from the sands, bruised and battered, but alive. She stayed in the fishing town of Hospia for several years, under suspicion of the locals for her strange form and story. Orphaned and unable to afford to live underwater anymore, she sought a better life above the water. Eventually, through using her small Eidolon to finish errands and telling stories from the seas, she afforded her wheelchair and began traveling the road to the small city of... I have it as Exodian, it is not. It is... Velis or something like that? I don't remember. It starts with a V. Once she arrived in the city, she joined a small group of mercenaries starting up their own business as monster slayers and exterminators. Ta-da!
Wait. There we go. My pen was in my hand, so it just didn't make any noise.
Oh no, you're fine.
Hell yeah. She's a fun character.
Mm-hmm. So then, the next thing was... Who were your parents? And she said, unknown. Mermaids hatch from eggs and are sometimes abandoned by their mothers and fathers. This was the case for Delades and her siblings. Then, do you have any siblings? What are their names and ages? So what you're going to realize as I read these names...
Oh no, what have you done?
They are all shark genuses.
Aw, god dang it, Bri. That's funny.
Deladius is a shark genus.
I didn't... That's smart. The city has been called
Virik. Since session 1, by the way. It's been almost a year. Yes, I don't revisit... I know her story by heart.
It's been 3 years, and I still have to ask what the town we're in for the Tuesday session is.
Newcrest.
Thank you. I was like, it's not Respite.
Newcrest. It's Newcrest. And y'all are leaving there soon.
I know. And then it'll really be gone forever.
And then it'll really be gone forever, yeah. So for her siblings, 1, Princeps, male, aged 32, captured, presumed dead. Princeps was a troller of shipwrecks, often good at spotting shiny baubles beneath the sands. He's dark blue colored.
Love
Bisphonatus.
The tap of casually filling stuff in while we're talking.
Yes, because I have this in my head, but I never finished it.
No, I get you.
So, Bisphonatus, female, died aged 25. Bisphonatus was the smallest of the siblings, good at sneaking into small crevices for hidden fish, food, or other interesting objects. She was killed in the Battle of the Shelf while trying to help those injured on the front lines, and she was like a dusty pink color.
Ooh.
Somniosis, male, died aged 25. Somniosis was the largest of the sibling pod. He made sure to protect all of the smaller pups, especially Bisphonatus. He was the most brutal in the Battle of the Shelf and killed over a dozen guards before he was felled. And he was a dark brown color. His tail, that is. That's what I'm describing there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Granulosis, male, aged 32. Unknown, presumed dead. Granulosis was a quiet and contemplative man. He lurked in the shadows, making the best from the information he could gather, and often lurking just below the shelf drop to listen into the Coral Guard conversations and ongoing issues. And his tail was like black in color.
Ooh.
And Deladius's I have more as like a gray. Like it's black on her model, but like
it's
the scales gray. The scales are supposed to make it like a medium silver gray color, if that makes sense.
Yeah. When you don't have the midtones, you do the shadows and highlights. And
I think I did very well on conveying that.
I would agree.
But thank you. How is your relationship with your siblings? Their relationship was good until her several-month journey to the depths strained it. When she returned, she was held in esteem by all but Granulosis, who held suspicion of her trip and its actual ability to aid in their plight. They were extremely impoverished.
I think the best part about her going and learning all this shit is she didn't practice at all before. She was like, I got power, let's fucking do this! And I respect that. I respect that kind of energy of just, nah, we do it now.
Yep. Why am I getting a Ferris Bueller ad in 2025? Anyway, like it's literally just, oh, it's a Peacock ad. That Peacock now has Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Got it. Now, would you like to hear about some of her interpersonal relationships she has?
Yes.
This is like a full character delve. Even some of the players don't know some of this stuff yet, and some of them just found out about it.
None of them are here, right? I don't think.
It doesn't matter.
So. It's just us.
Okay. Just us Goyles.
That's cool.
So, I think... Hazel, did you write this document? Because I love this thing. I'm going to have everyone do it for the new game. With
She did,
changes.
I think, because I think it's the same one that she used for the circus game. And I was like, this is the best thing ever!
It really is. I asked all my players for this info about their family and connections and said we'd be running a city-centric campaign, and the only 40-year-old man has alive parents who are in this city!
I love that for him.
Yes, Hazel, we all play murder hobos. What's the problem? Anyway. Okay. Besides your family, are there any NPCs that are important to your life? Friends, enemies? Please name 1 to 3 with brief descriptions of appearance, in-game race, and personality relationship to you. So the first one is Scalare, female coral kind, royal mermaid.
Ooh.
And I have a picture of her as well.
Oh my gosh, do they kiss?
No. Scalare is an angelfish-like mermaid of warm tans, pinks, and reds. She was the battle leader of the coral kind. Her magical ability and commanding attitude was a boon to the Coral Guard during the Battle of the Shelf. It is Delaudius's belief that Scalare's magical prowess was what led to the detachment of her new eidolon from herself and its destruction.
Ooh.
Specifically with the magic trident, which if you look at one of the symbol of conflict I sent you,
It is trident.
it is a broken trident, and that's why. Then I have Gregory Gaphammer, male human in his 50s. He's a forge master at the Iron Hoof, a family-owned forge in Hospire, which is the town she drug herself to.
Mm-hmm.
Was the most kind to Delaudius during her 2 years in Hospire, allowing her to run errands for his forge, and eventually crafting her wheelchair for her to be more easily able to move around. So, and then the question was, have you had any major love interests? Any current ones? There was one shark-kind merman she was close to, a man named Prionace, a blue-finned shark who lived in the shelves' houses that she'd once saved when he'd gotten tangled in ship netting. They were in an understanding. They had engaged in a shark-kin custom of trading teeth. She'd given him one of hers, which he wore as an earring in his left ear, and she wore one of his on her necklace with a scale from each of her siblings. This denoted that they were intended to one another, but it was whenever they felt comfortable to be so. She doesn't know what happened to him at the Battle of the Shelf, but he knows he was amongst the Trident fighters. No current lovers. Legs are gross.
Gets on land. What the fuck are those?
What the fuck are those?
Opposite of aerial vibes.
Okay, so Hazel said about the sheet, I can't take full credit. I stole it from a content creator for general fantasy character writing and modified it a bit. I believe it was Persephoroth, or at least that's her handle on Twitch. She also does some things on Dropout.
Ooh.
Oh, Persephone, yeah. We love Persephone.
Good soup, Persephone.
I saw on Chris and I were very sad because we had watched the last Game Changer episode of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then while I was barely awake this afternoon after sending out some forums and things like that, I saw an ad on Instagram for a secret Game Changer episode that just came out that Brennan tricked Sam Riegel. Sam is the player in the game.
Yeah!
And Brennan is the host. So,
Love that.
So he and I are gonna watch that tonight. So that's my background on
your old girl, on your baby.
On my baby. Samurai, not regal, very different man. That's true. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Wouldn't that be incredible, though?
It would be, yes. Let's pick on the man that had survived cancer.
Yeah! Fuck him!
Fuck cancer and those who have it!
Because obviously they chose to have it. Who would want that?
Oh my gosh, there's a guy who had leg cancer. He's a guy that I see stuff on because of prosthetics.
Yeah. What a weird sentence, but continue. I exclusively pick on people who survive cancer.
Anyway,
Awful
so
sentence.
he had leg cancer and had to have his leg amputated from like the hip joint. Like the entire leg is just gone. So he has a prosthetic leg that he sometimes uses, sometimes he just hops. Just depends. But he's got like a $20,000 mechanical one, and he's got a regular one, and he's got options, right?
Yeah.
So, I saw a post that he got fined for using a handicap parking spot because his car did not qualify to use the free handicap parking spots. Those are only applicable to veterans and the blind.
What a weird fucking thing.
It's Oregon, man. And he's like, I don't understand why having cancer and missing a leg does not entitle me to the same, like, free parking. Like, I'm still handicapped. I still need the space.
Yeah. My hot take is that if the blind person is driving the car, then they can park anywhere. Yeah. I think they should be able to. Link has started using a threat, for when people are being dinguses, where instead of being like, I'm gonna run you over with my car or something, they say, I'm gonna turn their house into a drive-thru.
No.
No. And it just creates such a beautiful image in my mind.
One of my funny quirks about Deladius is, no, I didn't see that, Hazel.
Some truck that demolished a house a few months back. What? I
No one
would
got
like
hurt.
to.
Is it on Zillow?
Hazel sent me what is gotta be the most threatening message, which is, I found a house on Zillow that I need to be in call with you to show. Which is always like a, oh no, how bad is this thing?
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to seeing it, but I'm still concerned.
Yeah, that's where that tracks. Also, while I was in The Sims, to give Deladius some more depth, let me have my puns. I rolled some traits, like, randomly for, like, what kind of person she'd be.
New way to do D&D characters.
It's really good. It's really fun. So the ones that I came up with were book lover, which makes sense. Paper is a new thing for her, right?
Yeah.
Paranoid.
The legs, awful, but the fucking paper, cool.
What? There's no paper underwater.
Yeah. It all turns into mush when I touch it.
Yeah. Paper,
That's what
great.
this is for? Just like...
So she collects books now, which is fun. And then paranoid, which I think makes sense
Also
since she led an
tracks.
insurrection.
Yep,
yeah.
that's fair.
And socially awkward.
Yeah, that also tracks.
But she's got a charisma of 18.
Listen, you can be socially awkward and also, like, have riz.
That's true.
I should know.
I will watch it later, Hazel.
You can check it out tomorrow, bet.
Yeah. No, so what I decided for that was, there are some things she just doesn't know. Like, pork.
Hello! Thank you for the raid!
Aw, cute! Swiggity spooty.
Boop. There we go.
Nice.
None of my mods are here to beat me out from getting it doing it myself. I'm so slow at the commands. Oh my gosh, and a bot? Oh my gosh.
A bot?
And a bot.
Just a little art raid.
Just a little raid and a bot. Fuck the bot.
Purple Motorman WG.
What a name.
What a name,
This little
indeed.
art raid. What were you drawing? What were you arting? On this fine day for art.
On this fine art day.
On this fine art day. But not day for fine art. Unless you were drawing fine art.
No one draws fine art anymore.
They can't. People would take it to put it in the AI machine. My hand is a little shaky, but that's okay.
That's okay. We're allowed to have a shaky day.
Did a lot of animation stuff. Ooh. Today was
Inflatable tube man emote.
an arm-waving inflatable tube man?
Yep.
I love them. Hell yeah! My hand's shaky a lot too. Yeah, I've got an essential tremor in my right hand, which is the one I'm drawing. And caffeine makes it worse. I definitely didn't have any today.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I'm allowed one of my favorite drinks as a treat every once in a while. Should I have
Sure.
waited until tomorrow to drink it? Probably.
Probably.
That was one of the funniest diagnoses I ever got. You have an essential tremor. It will get worse. You will just have it forever, but it's okay. There are ways to manage it. Things you need to avoid from now on are stress, anxiety, depression, and caffeine. And I was like, I can do one of those.
Sometimes.
So I can't have caffeine, and carbonation makes me sick. So my drink options are now so limited.
Tea.
Yeah, I actually bought a bunch of decaf Earl Grey tea so I could make my own London fog syrup, because like,
Yeah.
and sometimes avoiding caffeine is the stress. No, you don't understand. You have no idea how many drinks have caffeine in it until you're sitting in the grocery store holding a can in your hand and then Googling with your other, does this have caffeine? Everything has caffeine in it.
Yeah. So my thing is, I have a fainting disorder.
Yeah.
And I'm also
We're
supposed to be
sick
avoiding
here.
caffeine. We're sick here. It's the Six Sisters stream.
Let's go.
No, so I'm not supposed to have caffeine either. Huge Dr. Pepper fan, and I am a soda nut.
Nut.
So
I feel that,
conveniently,
yeah.
Coke products have a caffeine-free Diet Coke. So it is sugar and caffeine-free.
Mm-hmm.
And I guzzle those things. Like, I drink them down. Like,
You're so lucky
I
you can have carbonation.
yeah.
That is something that, like, sodas, I miss all the time. Like I would kill to have like a nice orange crush.
Oh, yeah. Orange Crush was never my thing, but they did have Grape Crush when I was a kid.
They still do here.
Do they?
Yep.
Okay. Yes,
it's
the
one
fizz.
of my mom's
The fizz
favorites.
is nice. I should not.
Myself. I love when my mouth hurts.
So, yeah, no. You and I are in the same boat on the caffeine one.
Yeah. Which sucks because it cuts so many things out of, like, the options. And,
yes.
like, it's not so bad when I'm just at home because I can make my own drinks. I drink a lot of water, mostly. I'm not usually out there drinking lots of stuff, but when I go out to eat and, like, at restaurants where, you know, you get the meal, I often have to Google whether they will have an option that I can drink before we go through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Because Wendy's has one option that has no caffeine and no carbonation. Most places don't, because their carbonation-free option is iced tea. Mm-hmm. So then you make the choice.
Caffeine. Yeah.
Do you want your hand shake? Or do you want stomach feel bad?
Oh, that sucks.
Eh.
I have run into an issue.
You basically gotta bring drinks with you. No, literally.
Yeah.
Or just be like, water!
Water. Well, that's what we should be doing anyway. Like, that is the...
so much water.
Yeah.
God bless places with decent lemonade. We don't have any of those.
Yeah. And okay, am I weird? Because pink lemonade is literally just lemonade, right? It's just lemonade with a little bit of food coloring.
Most of the time, yeah.
I don't like lemonade. I love pink lemonade.
Well, most pink lemonade is a
what
little
the
bit...
hell is
it's
wrong
a little
with
bit
me?
sweeter than regular lemonade, from my memory, and usually it's flavored with a different fruit. Originally, it was just they dyed it pink, but most now do a little something. You gotta get food, so you'll be lurking. Have good snack. Have good post-art snack. There's nothing like a post-art sesh fucking munch.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Okay. It's just me being artificial as hell. Got it. Mm-hmm. Do y'all know the origin of pink lemonade?
With the tights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a wild one. Well, because it's
for those viewing who might not know, the origin story, the fable for pink lemonade,
TM,
is that it was at a circus, right? Mm-hmm. And the guy who was making the lemonade at the concession stand, ran out of water to make his next batch. So instead, he used the water that he'd used to make to wash his pink tights for like one of the shows.
Had watched it,
yeah. And the water was slightly pink, and that is the origin of pink lemonade, which is so fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross as hell.
But also like, okay, I see you. Like, okay. Love mango lemonade. Mango lemonade's good. Feral likes strawberry lemonade.
Of course he does.
I think mine. He's a strawberry fiend.
Exactly.
I think my favorite is a raspberry lemonade when you can find them.
Ooh, that's fair.
I'm a big I don't like the berry of raspberry, like the actual berry, but I like the flavor. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the seeds.
Texture.
The seed texture of raspberries is just horrifying, but the flavor of raspberries is delightful.
I feel it. So many things I'm just like, I like the taste of it, but I can't handle like onion. I don't mind if things taste oniony, but the second I have to eat an onion texture, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna throw myself out the window. I mean, sometimes good things come out of a circus. I believe that's what we're talking about. Twitch cut out. Talking about the origin of pink lemonade. But yes, correct.
Yeah. No. Okay, so while we're on the topic of food stuff and limitations, Farrell and I were at dinner the other night. We went to a local color place. We're actually going on dates again since my disability came through.
So it's like...
Just like incubators for premature babies?
What?
What? Good things come out of a circus. Like, oh no, that's true. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The original incubators for premature babies were circus events. Yeah, I know that one. So, which is wild
Circus
history.
lore is so weird.
Yeah. Because some of it is so good and some of it is so bad.
Yeah.
Mermaids, mermaids, mermaids!
Link!
That's
Sorry.
right.
That was very loud.
You're fine.
We're playing Mermaids. We are.
Okay. So, I feel bad that I actually read the lore and everything before people were here.
No, it's not. You think...
Hi.
That happens. You're gonna read it again later.
Oh, sure. Just tell me when.
We've got 2 more hours of stream, so...
Yeah. Oh, Link. Yeah, there's lore. This is my PC for the Wednesday game I play in. She's a mermaid summoner. She's
a mermaid in a wheelchair. And Bri made the doll.
Yeah, I made the doll.
Jar, who we swapping for in the jar? Who's Yato? You got it. But...
Scrumptious lore? I'll read the I'll read the lore.
Read the jar.
Not the jor. I combine jar and lore.
Love the jar.
Love the jar.
Scrumptious lore. It is scrumptious lore. It's very good.
I tried my best. Oh, Will's here too. Short lore?
Get that fucker out of here. Kill him.
Put him in the jar.
I can. I have a jar for Will.
AGF Arsenal wants to shake Yato while he's in there.
That's Arsenal. That's the boy. Yeah, I can shake him on screen. Hold on.
Will says no.
I can just go, hey, gah!
Shake, 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 shake.
That's my favorite thing, is that you can, like, move stuff around while on stream.
The big grizzly bear redeemed save.
Oh, thank you. You guys can't see, but technically Bri can. My canvas is still untitled because I didn't even save it to begin with.
Yeah, we just hopped straight in.
Man, where do I save this? I guess in D&D.
I guess in D&D. That works. And then Will-O-Wisp redeemed can I have snack? He wishes to eat the pen.
Stop! They've got this stupid fucking bit going where they want to eat my tablet pen. And Echo started it, but the whole thing started with my sister, which was rude of her.
Arsenal redeemed hydrate.
Oh, that's
you know what? I'm gonna go grab my water, and I will do when they do stuff. I will do it with you, the snacks and the hydrates and everything.
Hell yeah!
So I will go grab my water. I will be right back.
For snacks today, I have Nutri-Grain bars, pretzel chips, barbecue chips, goldfish, raisins. And peach juice. Those are your options today. I need to do a little shopping. Bri's little witch is so cute, isn't it? That's because Bri's cute. Taking the barbecue chip and going. Hell yeah. Just a taste of the sparkly fabric. Do not eat Bri's outfit. Gnawing on the sparkly fabric. Nah! Eating Bri's outfit. She's not even here. She went to go get water. She's gonna get back just to have you all sitting like moths on her dress. I can actually show you. I did a little cute thing with her sleeves that isn't visible because I'm in front of her. But she's got those little like fingerless glove sayings. We support cannibalism in this chat. We do actually. Let me put myself back.
I am back. Thank you, Link. I love the witch too.
They all want to eat your outfit. They've
Aww.
gotten on a tirade of eating your dress.
Well,
you could at least Like, the hat also has the glitter, and it wouldn't be her clothes.
For snacks, by the way, I'm gonna start out with one and move to a different one if we get multiple.
Yeah.
But I got my water. For snacks, Chris got these.
Just a bite.
Yeah, just take a bite out of the side. It
bite.
becomes like a slinky dress. Chris got us these chocolate chip cookie dough Atkins protein bars.
Ooh, yum.
So they're 20 grams of protein for one bar.
Dude, I also
which
have
I need
protein bars.
Yeah, which I need that with my diabetes and my liver because that's one of the things that helps with both of those.
Yeah,
but then also, the other big thing they have is sodium. They have 320 milligrams of sodium.
That's good for you.
That's really good for me. So,
how many grams is an entire bar?
320. Excuse me, how many grams is
served so hard
Excuse
if you
me.
don't want us to eat it.
That's true. One bar is 60 grams. So.
Delicious.
Yeah. So I'm gonna eat half now and half later. So.
Chat does have a specific thing for when they want us to eat a snack, by the way.
Okay.
They've got one for us to eat a snack, one for them to eat a snack, and one for me to eat my protein bar or my daily boost, which hopefully I will have. Actually, I should probably check to make sure the package isn't here.
Bri has such a pretty voice.
Damn right she do!
You.
Alright, my protein bars are actually here, so I'm gonna go grab them because it's hot out today. I don't want them to melt.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We're getting healthy in this house of mermaids and glitter consumption. Damn right. Don't forget to eat your daily amount of glitter. Just fucking chug an entire container of luster dust. It's just that easy. Oh man, you'd redeemed the boost. Okay.
I've been talking. I said,
hello.
Grizzly redeemed stretch.
Oh,
which
big
I think you just
time.
did. Big stretch. And then Link redeemed boost.
Boost.
So.
That's to make me drink my boost.
Mm-hmm. And then I was gonna say I loved Big Grizzly Bear's comment. I thought it was so funny.
We're getting healthy, yeah. Does this have protein bar? It does, okay.
While you're going through your box and drinking your boost and doing all of that.
Who wants to eat a AAA battery?
No.
I've got 20 of those.
No.
I also now have some Ritz cheese sandwich things. The snack witches. That's us today. We're the snack witches. Battery. I'll kill virtual for it. For the battery, there's 20. I'm not giving you all 20 batteries to eat at once. You're gonna share.
I don't think they plan on sharing.
We can share. Get over here. Get over here.
So protein bar review.
I get chocolate peanut butter ones. I get the Cliff Builders protein
Nice.
ones. I tried a couple.
Taste is great. Texture is a little dry, but I think if I pair it with water, it's fine.
But
anything
I don't think
protein
you're
is gonna be dry.
Yeah. You're not often gonna get one of those and be like, moist. Is that Kyle? Is that Kyle? You smell fish woman. You're correct. She's specifically a shark woman. I won't need bones after I turn into electricity. I'll get you. Why are you fighting? I have virtual in my name. At least they're not after my pen.
Well, why did you remind them?
Well, because the pen doesn't have any batteries in it.
Oh, that's
wouldn't
fair.
be delicious. I do also have quadruple A batteries. It's called virtual insanity. I need battery. So the eating inanimate object thing came from a stream forever ago where I ran out of snacks to give chat. Because that's the rule, right? They can eat the snacks, but if I, in theory, run out of snacks, that's it. No more snacks. And my sister, Jonah, hopped in stream one day, and I ran out of snacks, and she just went, go downstairs and tell me what's in the fridge. And by the time I got back upstairs, because I did, everyone in the chat was like, I would like to eat the fridge door, please. I would like the drawer. I would like the shelf in the fridge.
Well, I'm glad I'm getting refurbished on this lore.
I like to tell it every once in a while for the people who aren't around for it. Because it happened so long ago.
Okay, so back to I'm gonna rewind a little bit to the food conversation we were having.
Yes.
So Chris and I are finally able to go on dates again, right?
Yeah.
And we went out to this local color place that I love. It's the one that we always joke that he's never been there before, but he's been there 7 times. Yes, woo dates. We haven't been able to go on a date in like 2 years, really, because we haven't been able to afford to. But
now you can.
But now we can, yes. So, I was looking at the menu, and there was something that was like, I wish I didn't have food restriction for food restrictive disorder. Yeah.
So that you could fucking eat it.
Like, none of this sounds good to me, right?
Yeah.
But all of this sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's that feeling of like, I know I would hate this because I hate this, right?
But like,
but I want to try this because it sounds good.
Yeah.
But I know my mouth would not do it. It's such a weird feeling.
Do you get like the thing when you eat a texture you dislike where your whole body's like, throw it up right now?
Yep.
That's what I get. It sucks. It's the forbidden fruit, except it's like all food.
All food.
Like this is the one that annoys me because I like the way that pizza tastes, but if I have the option, I will swap out the sauce for something else.
Same.
Because most sauces, they're like, oh, we'll just leave some tomato chunks in it, and I'm like, kill yourself.
No. No. Also, I hate it when they're like, oh, sauce is what you have pizza for. Let me glob it on the whole thing and do minimal cheese. Like,
I'm like, no. Some people love it, and I'm like, no. I threw up on my first time eating hard pretzels. No. Pretzels are one of my like only safe things that I can fucking down is hard pretzels.
Yeah.
I feel that this week I can only really eat sushi or steak without having a bad time. Yeah. You're late. You are late, Echo. You're an hour and a half late.
Hi, Echo.
Tisk tisk. Naughty.
No, so like it's very convenient that you and I met because we both have the same eating problem, and it's so rare like to have as bad as we have it. Like
you're like this specific food thing, and I'm like, ah man, also other specific food thing.
Yeah, and like with mac and cheese being one of our like safe foods.
Mac
it's
and
so
cheese,
funny.
And you know what's funny is I have a friend, Annam, who also is like texture bad with a lot of foods, and they can't do mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah, the noodles, it like is awful for them.
That's fair.
At a recent friend birthday get-together, I tried a bit of honey right from the comb, and the honeycomb texture made every alarm bell scream. You're only able to suck on it too, but even that was too much. Yeah. Depends on the Mac. That's fair. That is so fair. I have eaten so much Kraft Dinner in my life.
Same.
That I can only eat it like once a year now, and it has to be like basically out of the pot hot. Otherwise, like if it sits for any amount of time.
So
gross.
So my mom, we're living at my mom's house right now, both of us. So, she has gotten so tired of having to go out every couple of days to get me mac and cheese because that's how often I eat it. She just buys the 18-box case now.
That's what I do.
And keeps it like, yeah.
Mad and Bri.
Yes. No, so that's one. And then what else I hate is when your safe foods turn unsafe for no goddamn reason.
Fuck.
Like nuked potatoes were safe for me for so long.
Yeah, they
and
used
now
to be
I
like
can't
a staple
eat them
food for you
at all. Like I can, but I can't eat the skin anymore.
I was gonna say the skin is the thing that always like I can't do it. I'm getting a little bit better on like mini potatoes on being able to do the skin, but
yeah,
if the skin sticks in my mouth for too long, I'm like, no. That happened to me. It was awful. I have so much fear for when safe foods disappear. Especially when it's like you're halfway through eating it. Apparently I liked sweet potatoes as a child, but now, no way, gross. Yeah, I can relate to all of this. Welcome to food issues.
Yeah. Apparently, as a baby, I loved lima beans, and I cannot stand them now. Like, they are the worst.
Well, because, like, taste buds change every 7 years, right? Like, that's just how it... Thank God buttered noodles will never fail me. God bless the buttered noodles.
Okay, but they have failed me.
That's so rude of them. And the mac and cheese hasn't. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's not weird. Like, it's... Our brains are fickle things when you have food.
Yeah.
If my gluttonous hunger overpowers my texture dislikes. I wish that were me. So I, like, for a long time, didn't eat. Teehee. I had all the bad eats. Like, I couldn't... I basically drank, like, water from sunrise to sunset, and I would, like, eat like, at night, like, whatever supper was, and then it would be gone by morning, if you catch my meaning, which was bad, and it, like, I was scrawny as fuck. Butter spray? Yeah, butter spray exists, and it's whack.
Yeah, and I can't believe it's not butter, but everyone can believe it's not butter.
Yeah, we all know.
We all know.
And, like, it just... Having to build up an appetite is one of the hardest things.
Oh, yeah.
I have a dear friend.
No, Chris...
His name is Repose.
Farrell... Yeah.
And he has got me on trying to make sure I eat a minimum of 600 calories a day. You'll notice, that's like almost a quarter of what you should be eating in a day, and even that is hard for me. Like, between a boost and a protein bar, I can get almost there, and then I need to eat one more thing. But even then, it's like... Speaking of, I've almost forgot to drink my boost.
Yeah, drink your boost. Someone paid for it.
I'm shaking it. I need to get more. I have to go to the store.
Yeah.
Shout out to the giant boost powder containers that only come in the one size, so I'm scared to buy it and try it out. Because even though I have an like one of them little milk frothers, so it should have no texture, I'm too scared to buy it and find out. Because
that's a mood.
Because like if it's not the right texture, I'll lose my mind.
Okay, you know what I used to do back when I was like 19?
What?
I got suckered into one of those like protein powder places or something like that.
Yeah.
So I bought an entire thing of protein powder. It was vanilla flavored protein powder. Okay.
Oh, that's what I have. I have like cookies and cream protein powder, and I sifted out all the chocolate bits because I couldn't do it. They were solid in my milk.
Okay. Well, how they would do it is you would do like an ice water with the powder in it. And then you would stir it up. Well, what I would do is I would put cinnamon and nutmeg in it, so it was kind of like a desserty thing. One time my blender broke though, and so it didn't mix it up all the way, and I could never have it again. It just never sat right with me again.
Yup. Solid in My Milk sounds like the name for a Midwest emo band.
By the way, for my calorie count today, I've had 230 calories.
Like I managed to
just
get you
finished
a
the protein
amount,
bar.
25. Yeah, I think we ate at least 2 meals a day, which is when I was over at Will's, which was kind of good because we were making sure each other were eating.
Yeah.
Which is to say, Will would get hungry, and I'd be like,
correct,
oh.
Grizzly Bear.
It was tainted. Real.
Okay, so Maddie, do you have this? Yeah, I haven't eaten anything else today.
Cheers.
Well,
it's 3 o'clock, and the boost is like, I ate.
Well, it's
like
5:30 p.m. here because I'm on Eastern time.
Yeah.
So it's worse for me.
Cheers to us girls.
Cheers to girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner. We're not finishing this today.
I don't know. We still got an hour and a half.
Okay. No, Farrell has alarm set to remind me to eat. And,
oh, dude,
the other thing is
chicken Alfredo sounds so good.
Sounds so good.
Chicken Alfredo is like, I'm so glad has remained one of the safe foods that I can eat because you can like order it most places. Delicious. Yeah. Delicious.
So, no, there's that because we found out if I don't have and I don't know if this is true for you, Maddie. I don't have a hunger signal anymore.
Yeah, no, I don't either. After
like,
years of not eating, like it just, it's gone. It'll happen every once in a while, and it happens mostly on my period, which when I'm on it, I'm like, okay, now's the time.
Yeah. No, for me, even when I'm on my period, I don't get a hunger signal. I never get a hunger signal. And I don't get a thirsty signal. My body has turned off those, like systems, and instead will just faint when I'm too hungry. Like,
I had to work to get my hunger one to turn back on just on my period. I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to kick in normally, but it just doesn't. And then I'll be like crabby, and I'm like, why am I upset? And somebody will be like, have you eaten yet? And I'll be like, no! I hate how much Twitch sometimes will not load some of chat for me unless I have it popped out.
Turn them off because y'all don't use them.
No, literally, that's what happens!
Yeah.
I think the funniest part of my eating disorder when I was like in the thick of it was I had a class with a dear friend of mine, Pipe. We love him. Bestie forever. We were sitting there, and we were sitting in the front of the class, which was the funniest place to sit because both of us were the tallest in the class. And it was biology, and the teacher put on a documentary about anorexia. And I gotta say, the both of us trying not to look at each other while we were watching it.
So I never had anorexia. Like, here's the thing. Doctors messed up my diagnosis so bad. Like, I was seeing psychiatrists and doctors about my eating since I was 16. I'm 28 now. I'll dox myself with that information, but I'm 28 now. And
shout out to Derek for definitely knowing that. Sorry.
But no, you're fine. But so I would go and they'd be like, yeah, you don't have an eating disorder. That doesn't fit any eating disorder. You just have disordered eating patterns.
You're like, thanks, this is very helpful, and I definitely know what to do with this information.
Yeah. So then I finally go to a female psychiatrist. I finally find one here in Columbus. I'm 27 when I talk to her, and I tell her about all these difficulties I have, and I tell her about all these problems I have, and she's like, well, I can tell you why they never figured it out. It's because you have 2 eating disorders.
Yep.
2 separate eating disorders.
Mm-hmm. That always fucks up a doctor, is when you have two and they overlap and they're like, well, they kind of spread out, so we're not exactly sure what's happening.
Yeah, which is why they're like, you don't have a specific eating disorder. Yeah, you have disordered eating patterns, but not an eating disorder, right? So it turns out I have binging disorder. Yeah. So I have the opposite of Maddie. I am a binger, where my body will go through these periods where it's telling me not to eat, and then eat everything, and I will overeat. And that's like my daily cycle. So I will only eat like once a day, and then all of my calories will come from one meal at one time.
Yeah.
Which is horrible for your body, by the way.
It's awful.
The other thing that I have, and this is officially diagnosed, which is why I'm comfortable talking about it, is ARFID, which is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder.
Link, what
which
the fuck would you say snake meal?
That's literally what it is,
Yeah,
though.
I know.
They're right.
But I was taking a sip.
So I have ARFID, which is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, which is basically where my body has deemed that specific foods are safe and I can eat those, and all other foods are not safe and I cannot touch them whatsoever. Like, and that's it.
Man, I should
that's
probably
my
go
lot.
get a diagnosis for...
Probably.
It's just something I have never talked to a doctor about, because I'm like, they're gonna be like, eat more food. I'm gonna be like, die.
No, because they don't do... If you talk to a doctor who actually knows about ARFID, they don't do that.
Yeah.
It's just finding one who actually knows what
I'm
ARFID is, because
Willow
it's so rare.
out. No. Thankfully, I'm just a bear. Yeah, I got the good old classics. I got don't want to eat ever, and whatever's it, and the feeling of food being in my body makes me upset, so I get it out of my body by any means necessary.
Okay, so you have the double as well. You just have the opposite double that I have.
Correct.
Like, we are a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
We are a Venn diagram. It's almost a circle.
We've lined up perfectly in the avoid eating everything.
No, if it gets to a certain point where it's bad enough, they will put a port on you. Like,
yeah.
Which is why you try so hard not to do that, because it's so painful and it's so much mess, and like, it's just...
The reason we can't put this bitch on an IV is I'm scared of needles.
Yeah. I can't imagine what would happen if they said you had to get a port. I think you would just die.
I'd be like, cool. Guess I'm just gonna go find the nearest cliff.
Yeah.
I love
Cliff
food,
Bar.
but I have like a really toxic relationship with it. That's so fair. That's another thing.
That is so fair.
It's like, some people, like, I can't imagine having a healthy relationship with food. I'm like, I'm struggling so much just to have a relationship with food.
Right?
I can't eat if I'm stressed or at work. Or don't wanna. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So
we
like
love
that's
the
an
variety
that's an entire
of,
thing of eating disorder.
You think, like, humans would have figured out how to better deal with that, considering eating's like important. I love getting needles in me, probably because I've had to have my blood drawn very often. That's fair. I'm a fainter when I get needles, and so I always have to warn. I haven't fainted for a medical needle in years, but I did faint when I got my lips pierced, and then when I got the piercing swapped out. And scared the crap out of my mom.
Fainting.
I got the I eat fast enough where I don't realize I'm not hungry anymore kind of deal. Yikes.
I have been to the ER so many times that I'm just like, just don't tell me when you stick it in and I'll be fine. Like, because they're constantly doing blood draws and things like that. So
I have to, like, read something on the wall or, like, be making eye contact with somebody else. Otherwise, it's like, because I can feel
the anxiety of it coming.
Yeah, well, and I can feel it going into my arm. That's the thing. I don't care. Like, it doesn't hurt to me. Like, that's not the problem. The problem is that I'm, like, I can feel it in my muscle. And I'm like, cool. This is the worst, actually. It's definitely normal to feel sick while hungry, and then after eating, just generally having a messed up stomach. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Cheers to that, having a normal eating.
So Echo, oh, feeling the needle does really suck. Yeah, it does. But the worst thing is when they mess up a... Do you know what a butterfly is?
Like the insect, or is this a medical thing? Okay.
A butterfly needle. So when you get an IV put in, which I've had to do countless times,
yeah, I was gonna say,
because
you are an
because
expert
of when which I am an expert at because I go to the hospital like every other month. When they put the IV in, they do it using a butterfly needle, which is a thinner needle than like a shot needle. So it's like the smallest needle you've got. So they put it in, and then what they do is they put in like the small tube basically to pull blood, but also push fluids and medicine and things like that. So they leave it's like a plastic proboscis basically. And
it's like a bird but smaller and grosser. Is so fucking dumb.
So, but what you feel, you can't bend your elbow when they do it because it goes like in your elbow.
What?
Proboscis. Proboscis is the mouth of a moth or butterfly. It's the
Shout out to him. I miss who he used to be.
I don't know who that is. Anyway, so they leave the plastic tube in, and you can feel it in your arm the entire time. And you can't bend your arm, or it hurts. So, and if you need the specific colors for the necklace when you get to it, I will tell you.
Shrimping. I was very shrimped.
Posture check.
Yeah. Hi, Cyber. It's been forever.
And save.
I will save.
Save.
They like to spam the save one because it's only 1 point.
Save. That's fair. Save.
I could feel it when I woke up. That's Maddie's secret. She's always shrimping. That's true.
Hydrate.
Oh, sip for both of us.
Another posture check.
I haven't even leaned back down to do art yet.
You know, I'm not even drawing, and I was also shrimping.
Yeah.
Like, I was just coiled like an evil villain over my keyboard, like, yes.
Good.
I'm so bad about that. Like, that's also, like, my bad posture is also the reason when I faint, I fall forward.
Yeah.
Because I'm naturally curled forward.
Yeah.
So...
You need to figure out what to draw today. Draw yourself
Would you like me to give you a suggestion?
Draw yourself as a mermaid.
A mermaid's good.
It usually turned out really well. That's true. Echo's been doing a drawing every day, and they've been doing it for over 100 days, and for
nice.
For their 100-day anniversary, they got themselves a drawing tablet. So
nice!
Yeah. And so she's been doing it every day, and it looks really good. Let me see if I can grab you yesterday's.
I've only missed 1 day. Well, you did 100 in a row, or almost in a row. Like, that's still really impressive. Like, everyone's allowed a break.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's really cool.
Right?
I love that.
Her understanding of, like, 3D shapes and structures is getting, like, really solidified, because they've been doing a lot of background work and, like, cliffs and water structures and stuff like that recently. And you can tell, like, how impressive it's going. Oh, to 141 days as of yesterday. Yeah.
Kinda joking, kinda not. So the D&D game I run has portals. Maybe you could draw some portals for me and I could give you a little bit of monetary compensation if that is something you are interested in. But also, yeah, it's really good. Like, doesn't that look like a portal? Like what you would picture
absolutely.
for like the Emerald Eye? Like, like the Emerald Eye is so much bigger, but like having that like visual.
We know there's smaller ones inside the Portal Realm TM.
Yeah. I mean, you went through one. Oh, yeah. I made Echo uncomfortable.
It's okay, Echo. You don't have to say yes, but if you want to.
You don't have to say yes.
I've never taken a commission. I can.
It would just be for like a crimson portal kind of thing. So, but if you don't want to, that's fine. It's not necessary. It's not something I need, but that looks so good and reminds me so much of like the portals as I picture them. It gives
the correct vibes. I think about unready to be paid for art at this point.
No.
No, that's so fair. That's so fair though. Like, I was very nervous. Like, I didn't take commissions for a while until I was like, okay, I'm at a state where I'm willing to sell this.
Sure, but there's a difference between being unconfident in your art and I love/hate how Doll Latius turned out, which is the name of this character is Delatius. So the nickname is that she's Doll Latius. I low-key hate how she turned out because of things that I cannot fix with my current skill level.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I have all the footage to upload a video of me making her. It's like sparse and patchy and it's not as good as other doll creators, but like...
But it'd be like that.
Like, so anyway, but I don't think of myself as an artist and I hate my art when I do make it. So like, I get that part, but like...
Sometimes you gotta try.
Sometimes you gotta try.
Being paid for art and underperforming it may kill me. That's fair.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm the kind of person where even if I don't like something, or like, and I guess that's a bad thing to say, but even if it's not what I pictured, I still love when people make things, especially like art. Because
there's so much
even if it's not to my taste, right? I think that's what I meant. Because I like all art pretty much. Even if it's not to my taste, someone has put time and effort and skill into making something, and it is a beautiful process. Like that deserves to be complimented and awarded and lauded. Like the picture that she shared with me is gorgeous, Echo.
Yeah,
I think it's absolutely beautiful. Your use of design of lighting and like glow and non-direct lighting sources are beautiful. It looks great and the shadows are amazing. Like,
I like the Grizzly Bear. I see the art. You made it, therefore artist.
I'm ignoring that comment specifically on purpose.
It's good soup.
Like, it is an amazing thing. So when I see a person's art that I really relate to, or I feel like really would work for like my D&D campaigns, I'm like, yeah, when I have some money, which I haven't had until like a month ago, yay disability, I want to talk to that person about their style and I want to ask them questions and like that kind of thing. Like I would never think of you as underperforming when you are drawing something like from your heart that is beautiful, that if you are happy with your product or like the end design, and even if you're not, there are so many.
You can often
and
be
even if you're
unhappy
not
with yours, and it's
even
still
if you're
fabulous.
not, yeah, it's gorgeous, right? I need to learn to take some of my own advice.
Yeah,
but
you do.
No.
That's the artist way, though, isn't it?
Yeah. When I look at Delatius, I just see the things I could have done better.
Yeah.
But then I take a step back and I remind myself that I'm not at the skill level to do those things. Like, Delatius is my first time I've ever tried to color match pigment. Like, in a non-digital environment.
For those of you who can't really, doesn't exactly know what she's talking about, she had to paint the skin. So right here is the line, let me make that darker, is the line of the skin from the doll versus the actual thing. You can't tell. You can't see it.
Yeah. And like there are things I wish I could have done better. Like I wish I would have been better at like my sewing, but I was hand sewing again because I didn't want to maneuver a doll under my sewing machine. Mm-hmm. I wish her hair was flatter, but I don't have the iron to do that because you have to actually have an iron to like heat a knife. I wish
just do it with a lighter. Just fucking trust yourself.
I don't have a lighter.
Trust yourself with a hot piece of metal.
No. I wish I would have done better on, like, I'm proud of her reroute. I thought her reroute was really good. I wish I would have done better on, like, her eyes. I don't know how I would have done better, but they just seem a little off to me, and I don't know why.
That's fair.
Like,
Well,
and her tail fins, I think I could have done better, but...
Honestly,
and
being
then I look
able
at
to see what things you want to be different is one of the most important parts in art, which is why I tell people to make the mistakes and just do as many mistakes as you can. Because once your brain sees them, like, even if you yourself haven't figured out how to change it or what to do differently, your brain's working on that information. It'll get there. The doll looks really good as somebody who has some knowledge in making dolls, doesn't it? She worked on this for, like, how long? Like a month and a half,
So
too?
it was on and off for about 2.5 months. So
She also made the wheelchair. Let me grab a picture of the wheelchair.
yeah, I made it's a delightful pattern.
Shout out to Delightful.
Like, shout out to Delightful. It's a delightful, the simple wheelchair pattern. I wanted to do the more complex pattern, but I didn't have the resources for it at the time. I might remake it later. But yeah, I made that and painted it by hand. I sewed everything myself. I tried to keep the color scheme. Yeah.
And the wheelchair.
I tried to keep...
That's what I'm saying. Isn't this amazing?
It actually rolls. Like, the wheels actually do turn. It's not stagnant. It's not super even, but it does...
But it rolls.
It does roll. Not well, but it does.
Yeah, but
yeah, the wheels actually do turn. Fun fact, I made the spokes and the bars of the wheelchair out of rolled and glued paper because I didn't have the metal or the wooden chopsticks that she used for hers. So I know that when you roll paper really tiny, like just printer paper, it gets really firm and sturdy.
Yeah.
So I just use that. It's hollow, so it's not the most sturdy, but
it'll do.
Like it'll do, especially when you coat it in like 3 layers of paint and glue.
Yeah.
No.
Mermaid, yes, Yato. Hi, Yato.
Solid.
Say hello.
Hi, Yato. And then you have been jarred. I don't remember who jarred you, but
Arsenal
you were
did.
jarred.
I
Arsenal
think he
jarred
probably
you.
could have guessed. It's usually Arsenal who does it.
Hi. So yeah, and the things on the wheelchair that I don't like are the tops of the, like, where the seat cover is are hollow. Like, I didn't put any end caps on them.
Yeah.
Which is a small change that I can just do with a glob of hot glue or a bead. So that's not that big a deal. There's some paint scraping on the inside because I never put a varnish layer on any of it. But I think that kind of adds a little bit of charm because she's had it for several years.
Well, and it's her adventuring one. Like, it's where she's been taking everything. That makes sense. Glob of hot glue is my rap name. No, it's not. You do not. I'm not letting you rap.
And then I don't like, well, this is more of a personal complaint than anything else, but it's not something I can change because of the scale and how dolls work.
Yeah. The
pillow that I made for the wheelchair can't be in the chair when she's sitting in it because
that's unfortunate.
It doesn't work like that. And also the way the weight distribution works, she has to be leaned up against something or she falls backward because of weight distribution.
That's fair.
So,
yeah.
But those are small things that I can change, like, in future iterations of the wheelchair. Like, I think for that, I would just need to add weights to the front 2 wheels. Like, you know those magnets that are, like, hollow? I think 2 of those would fix that weight distribution just
most
fine.
likely.
And then, like, adding the globs of hot glue, and if I were to remake it in a different chair, I would probably, like, add, like, armrests. And the other thing that the chair doesn't have that her one in the campaign does is the one in the campaign has a water like box, basically, I guess, water tank. So her fin doesn't just lull underneath her, it's constantly submerged in water. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, from where the knee bend would be down. So
I just popped my jaw while chewing. Oh, that shit sucks.
Yeah.
That happened to my mom so much now that she she has to go to, like, physical therapy for it.
Yeah. So yeah, no. And no, Grizzly, I do not consider myself an artist. I consider myself to be very bad at art. Like,
This is why I was like, you're coming on stream. I'm showing everyone the doll. We're talking. You literally just explained a 2.5-month artistic process for creating a thing. Congratulations, you're an artist. This isn't a take no for an answer situation. I'm holding you hostage with all of these people as my guns.
I should tell them about the tail, because no one was here except you and Hazel.
Oh,
when
for the tail. Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to show them the doll tail real quick.
Yeah, I have it up there.
Okay. That is not a piece I bought. That is a piece I made. So underneath that...
That's not patterned fabric. She sewed it.
Yeah. That is a satin or shiny, like, fabric. Like faux satin. And, I wanted to make scales. So instead of painting them, because I felt that would be very flat, on the back, on the non-shiny side of the fabric, I made I think it was 1/2 centimeter by 1/2 centimeter grid all the way up the entire tail and all the way across it on 2 sheets of fabric that would become her tail. And then I sewed by hand every stitch into one of those boxes to make the tail. And then I sewed all the way up in one color and all the way down in the second color so that it would layer the light and dark, because there's 2 different shades of thread there. Yeah, you'll look.
You can see one's like in behind.
To give a contrast color. And then when that was done, I put them together.
Pretty easily.
Yeah, in the darker spots, like I think down by like where we're resting by the couch, you can see them really well, like right there. Yeah, so, so all of that, and then with the sample piece I made, I stamped into the modeling clay of her waist so that there would be slight deviations on the scale part that I had to paint, which I then had to paint because it would like seal the like plastic piece with the fabric piece so that it would kind of mold together. So that if you look at the very top, I painted that black piece with the colors as close as I could match them. And then before I painted them, while the clay was still wet, I pressed in.
The fabric does not end here, it ends here.
We can't see your mouse, by the way.
That's okay, I'm drawing on the thing.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So the fabric ends at the bottom arrow, and the top arrow is where I did the scale detailing. So that entire in between, is like epoxy sculpt. And what I did was I sculpted that piece onto her hips to give her a little bit of a wider booty. And then I pressed my sample piece in so that there would be actual texture on the clay. So when it dried, I would have guidelines for painting the new on. So.
Inspiring. Thank you, Rob.
So yeah. I mean, she's a work of love. I love her. I think she's great. Oh, and I gave her a tail piercing, and you can't see it it's not going to be in the art, but she has a fang, a fish rib bone gauge in her right ear. Yeah. And you can see that a little bit in the head photo. In the reference photo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I actually pierced through her ear with that.
You want to talk about her lore?
Do you want me to talk about her lore?
I would love you to retell her lore so that a lot of the... Because all of the pieces of her are thought through in her lore, too. Like, it's not just designed because it's pretty. All of these things have, like...
Yeah, this is an actual PC that I play on Wednesdays when I'm able to play. So,
when the fainting is like, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. So here's the lore. So this is a character sheet that my GM Hazel sent me. So I'm going to read the category and then I'll explain it. That way it's just easier for me. So, she is 32 years old. She is a summoner. Her summon is Gloop, who is a water elemental. I do not consider myself a writer because I've never finished anything I've
She
written,
runs
Grizzly.
the Tuesday game that I am in, and she writes full fucking write-outs of lore for the world, of entire journals. She wrote how many medical journals for like 30 different characters?
30.
For just
Repose this year.
Just high repose, mwah, just for like just for one character to read them. Like it. She did not need to do that. They're so good. She wrote an entire magazine, an entire old world magazine.
I did do that.
Like, now writing's fake doesn't exist.
Okay, so physical description. Well, you can see her. I don't need. Well, I can read it. Okay, Deladius. That's her name. By the way, I'm a punny person, so every name you're going to hear is the genus of either a shark or a fish if they're a merfolk. So Deladius. By the way, here's a fun fact for you, Maddie. I didn't tell this the first time I was telling the lore. The Deladius shark is one of the only species of glow-in-the-dark bioluminescent sharks.
Let's go. Which parts of her are bioluminescent?
I didn't do any on her body. If I would have had glow-in-the-dark paint, I would have. But I think her eyes are bioluminescent.
That tracks.
And maybe a couple of her scales. And they would glow. In the wild, like, actual Deladius sharks glow blue, because that's, like, the natural way that works.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking she glows pink.
As a treat.
Like, her purple pink that, I did.
Her magenta-y.
So, she is of medium height, slim-built. She is a medium-height, slim-built woman. She has a very thin frame. Most of her power and build comes from her long black tail with several dorsal fins on her back fin. That got scrapped in my doll, and I'm okay with that because the seam lines ended up on the side and not the back. So it wasn't possible to add fins without them
like getting in the way of stuff.
Not getting in the way, but I couldn't figure out a way to make them look nice and clean and crisp without messing up other things, because I'm never using this fabric again unless I have to. It frays so easily, and I didn't have fray check. So I couldn't stop it from fraying. Anyway, her skin is peach colored, and she wears salvaged rope from sunken ships as her brassiere. And as bracelets and armbands and things like
Bri
that.
hand braided and macrameed the bikini, by the way. She did that herself. She also dyed the wool to do it.
I did that too.
Ignorance is a scam made by Big Dumb. Get out of here.
Yep. So, I died. Oh no.
Bri is dead now.
DED. So she has a variety of old fishnet ropes as bracelets, shell bangles, and various seashell beadings. Her earrings are made of fish rib bones. So what is your character sexuality? Male, merfolk only. This is the first straight character I have ever played, I will note. So, okay. So here's the actual lore that everyone has waited for. I will not be looking at chat until I am done reading it.
What, you don't want them to make you laugh while you're focused?
No, I think I know what's going to be said or about what's going to be said, and I just don't want to be like.
Don't worry, I'm reading you chat.
Oh no. Okay. Deladius was raised in the depths of the Desdemona Bay Shelf, traveling with her hatchmates for protection in the underwater war zone of mermaid supremacy. The shelf at the edge of the bay line hosts dozens of mermatic homes, reaching towards the top of the bay floor, where the old mermatic families of the coral host their fanciful homes and colorful frills. Those of the coral rain down rules, war, and strife amongst those that find the depths their home. Things came to a head when the coral folk decreed that those from the shelf and the floor would tribute all profits from wrecks, broken fishing lines, and blow-offs from the currents to the coral kind. This caused poverty and starvation to those of the floor, like Deladius and her kin, and immense financial pressure for those of the shelf. Something had to give, and Deladius had the determination to do what was necessary. She left the safety of her pack when it became clear if something wasn't done, they wouldn't make it through another shipping season. Deladius dove deeper and deeper across the floor until she reached the second shelf. Here she hesitated, but knowing there was nothing else to be done, she dove deeper still. She met with the abyssal folk, whose strange lights and teeth were off-putting even to her. They spoke in whispered tones of the voice of the deep. An ancient story from the truest depths where the pressure became too great to dive even for them. Here Deladius swam and waded, meditating on the edge of the deep ravine, reaching out to this voice of the deep. Eventually, as her hunger became almost too much to bear and her mind ached from the pressure of the waters, she heard the voice. It spoke of immense powers and ambitions should it be freed from the prison of its own making. Deladius, seeking this persuasion, agreed immediately, sinking into the depths. She does not remember what occurred, nor does she remember the travel back to the first shelf and its floor. She only remembers the looks of determination and pride as her kin and those of their hovels as they made their way up the coral shoals of the Desdemona Bay. Here they made a fierce battle, the coral kind and the coral king with their weapons and specialties, and those of the floor and shelf with their teeth and companions. Deladius, with her new power, summoned her Eidolon, but unready to harness the large and sheer force from this summoned this creature broke from her control, and unable to maintain its form without its connection to her, shattered into smaller entities that were easily destroyed by the Coral Guard. Deladius saw 2 of her hatch kin killed and another captured. Of the 4th, she never knew. Reconnecting to a single Uyghur piece of her Eidolon and unmanifesting it, she fled, swimming as quickly as she could towards not the depths, but the shoreline. She pulled herself from the sands, bruised and battered, but alive. She stayed in the fishing town of Hospier for several years, under suspicion of the locals for her strange form and story. Orphaned and unable to afford to live underwater anymore, she sought a better life above the water. Eventually, through using her small Eidolon to finish errands and telling stories from the seas, she afforded her wheelchair and began traveling the road to the small city of Vierick. Once she arrived in the city, she joined a small group of mercenaries starting up their own business as monster slayers and exterminators.
I'm looking at you like Doug's looking at Dexter because you refuse to accept being cool and based. That's what I'm saying! Bri cool as hell. Girl failure. Cthulhu fish orphan. Awful.
Or she would be an orphan if it wasn't alive, made by Big Parent.
Orphan.
There's more. There's more. That's just like the backstory lore. But so for people she knew, she had 4 siblings, and here's where the jokes come in. She had Princeps, who was male, who would now be age 32, like she is. Captured, presumed dead. Princeps was a troller of shipwrecks, often good at spotting shiny baubles beneath the sands. Bispinatus, female. She died at age 25. Bispinatus was the smallest of the siblings, good at sneaking into small crevices for hidden fish, food, or other interesting objects. She was killed in the Battle of the Shelf while trying to help those injured on the front line. Her color was dusty pink. Somniosus, male, died aged 25. Somniosus was the largest of the sibling pod. He made sure to protect all of the smaller pups, especially Bispinatus. He was the most brutal in the Battle of the Shelf and killed over a dozen guards before he was felled. His color was dark brown. Granulosus, male, unknown, presumed dead. Granulosus was a quiet and contemplative man. He lurked in the shadows, making the best from the information he could gather, and often lurking just below the shelf to listen to the Coral Guard conversations and ongoing issues. His color was black. Deladius's is not black, even though her tail kind of is. The scales that I made were to make her look gray or silver, and I think that conveyed pretty well with the shadows.
I think so, yeah. Between the lore and an advertisement, I think I'm ready to bomb someone in power. Make sure to protect all dead big grain knew how to play it, leave his family to die.
Then, I've got some NPCs. Her rival is Scalare, who is an angel fish-like mermaid of the coral kind. So she has warm tans, pinks, and reds. She was the battle leader of the coral kind at the Battle of the Shelf. Her magical ability and commanding attitude was a boon to the Coral Guard during the battle. It is Deladius' belief that Scalare's magical prowess was what led to the detachment of her new Eidolon from herself and its destruction. Commercial break.
Commercial break.
And then Gregory Gaphammer, the forge hammer at the Iron Hoof, a family-owned forge in Hospir, which is the village she found herself in when she drug herself up from the waters.
I'll let Bri finish explaining, and then we'll do the commercial break.
Okay. Was the most kind to Deladius during her 2 years in Hospir, allowing her to run errands for his forge, and eventually he crafted her wheelchair for her to be able to move around more easily. And then she did have a love interest. A man named Prianace, a blue-finned shark who lived in the Shelves' houses that she'd once saved when he'd gotten tangled in a ship's netting. They were in an understanding. They had engaged in a sharkkin custom of trading teeth. So, she'd given him one of hers, which he wore as an earring in his left ear, and she wore his on her necklace with a scale from each of her siblings. This denoted that they were intended to one another, but it was whenever they felt they were comfortable to be so. She doesn't know what happened to him at the Battle of the Shelf, but knows he was amongst the Trident fighters. No current lovers, legs are gross.
I love legs are gross.
Legs are gross. Shark tooth fake nails. So if you actually look at my doll, she does have a necklace that has 4 beads that are the scales of her siblings, which match their colors. And I clayed a shark tooth that is Prianace's.
Alright.
So there's 2 beads on the left of the shark tooth and 2 beads on the right, and each one is a different color. So. Oh no. Grizzly's gonna yell at me again.
How long do you want your ad to be, Echo?
Echo. Add length. Add length. Add length.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
We'll do a short little one. Oh, because an ad just ran, I can't run another one quite yet. So we will do so when it pops up again, when it loads. The best part about the backstory, for me personally, I said this when we read it the first time, is that she got the powers and then didn't practice. She just went right into the fight.
I mean, by the time she returned, things were desperate. I mean, she didn't have time to practice. Who practices with their magical powers they don't know if they were actually given or not? That they don't remember ever receiving or how they work.
Who needs to? I don't know. Practice sounds like a ploy by big ability.
So Maddie, also, if you want to do her scars, I can tell you what shape and design they are in. She doesn't have any on her tail because the scales grow back. In the V apex between her skin and her tail, on her belly button, because she does have a belly button, there is like a claw-shaped one, I guess. So I'll just send you pictures, I think.
Yeah.
Because maybe that'll be better. Like zoomed in pictures of like her body. You don't need the ones on the back because she's not twisted in a weird position.
In a way so that you could see it.
Huh?
In a way that you could see it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get one where the lighting doesn't fuck it up. Echo!
Whatever.
Posture check!
Oh, sitting up time.
They said, speaking of being in a twisted and a weird position, posture check!
I don't know what you're talking about. I sit totally normally and definitely not cross-legged with one leg up on the fucking leg armrest.
Okay, so Maddie, I'm sending you another picture of Deladius, but this one is more of her chest. And then I can describe to you where they are because you can see them all on this picture.
Perfect.
So whenever you're ready for that, I will describe them.
Awesome. Let's do that.
Save!
Right after I finish.
Save redeemed by the big grizzly bear.
I will save it. Thank you.
Hazel!
Gotta lock in. Ugh. I gotta give my fingy a moment to unsquish. Because I've been pinching
You didn't do that during the lore?
No, I was finishing up the scales. I think they look pretty good.
They do. I really like it. Hazel, what do you think as the GM?
Y'all need to lock in more, I'm just saying. Gotta lock in. I think I'm gonna make
I'm sorry, I'm very sick all of the time.
I love it when the streamers guest. I'm there. I can read. Helps badger them with the redeems on chat side type behavior. Absolutely. Well, that's the thing is where I am looking to draw is not where I can see chat. So
yeah. Well, also I kind of always said that like if we did it because we didn't know if we were gonna do a thing together or not because there was that. But I was like, yeah, I'll do the chat for you so you can just focus on like the drawing and we can like have banter and conversation. Because like I can read the chat. Like what else am I gonna be doing?
exactly.
So that you can like focus on like the art part. Art part. Cause yeah. If anyone remembers, very early on in your streaming career when you were still doing the like donate to draw Will as a MILF or something like that.
Yeah. I need to put another one up.
Yeah, huh?
I need to do another one. I just don't know. I haven't had an idea for a torture one in a while, so I just haven't done one.
Anyway, so when you were doing those, because there were like 2 of them that ran, I was here almost every week, and I was like, does everyone know you can donate? And this is from chat, because this is the first time I've been actually on stream with you. From chat, I would be like, does everyone know you can donate? We're at 63% of our goal to get MILF Will. Like...
MILF Will.
So...
Shout out to Pregnant Fatty, the first one I ever did of those that made money, that, like, still I think was the fastest... fill of a where's Wilfda? Hold on. Because I think Aries did the MILF Will, but I do have a drawing of her. I have many.
Now, to those who are telling me I'm an artist about my doll, while you're looking for Wilfda, I can tell you what my problem is, and it is entirely imposter syndrome.
Correct.
Because I see people like Hextian and Moonlight Jewel and Delightful, who are all great doll customizers and YouTubers, and I'm like, I don't look like that. Like, my art doesn't look like that. My art doesn't look that good. Like, I'm not an artist until I hit a level where I'm, like...
a certain amount of happy with it.
Well, not even that. Where I feel like my painting wasn't done by a 2-year-old. Because that's where I'm at. Everything else but my painting, I think is great. Like, I'm so proud of everything but my painting. Because my painting is my weakest part.
Well, the painting is the one part where, like, with sewing and everything else, you can kind of judge it after the fact, you know? to like adjust. You can adjust things. Keep going. Painting is one of those things where, for the most part, once it's down, that's kind of it. Oh, here it is.
Well, also, I've been sewing for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, I've been sewing since I was 8 years old. It was literally one of my first interests. Wow. Never seen that one before, I don't think.
Pause. Just the stop. Wow.
Wow. Anyway. Great way to remind everyone I'm bisexual, Maddie.
Yeah.
Anyway. Some real badonkadogs. Anyway, so,
no longer
my painting I just think is bad. Now, here's a fact about me. I did not take art in high school. And I think, Maddie, you know this about me.
Mm-hmm.
I took a college film class and a college theater class to count for my art credit in high school. So I didn't have to take art. And instead of art, I took Latin. Like,
which, for those of you who don't get the joy of being in one of her games, she uses that often.
Fedem meo vuxilo civitatem federalim Americae et respublicae procostat uninatione non dividendae sub Deo con liberate iudique omnibus.
Okay, I'm a little jealous of that, right? Bri's got skills.
I just know how to pronounce Latin words. I can't actually speak it anymore. But well, I can tell you what the word is for slave girl in Latin, because that was in our textbooks and everyone found it so funny. It's ancili, by the way.
Echo, did you clip the... Amazing! Bri's first clip on the channel! Yeah!
No!
Incredible. I can't wait to send that to everyone on fucking next Tuesday.
No! Well, we're not playing on Tuesday because I'm moving.
I said next Tuesday.
Damn it!
Know my suffering, yeah.
Correct.
Repose gets called bald the second he shows up anytime.
Okay, so his thing is bald, and my thing is gonna be bi.
Yeah.
Like...
It was just like the way you said wow, of just like...
Wow.
It was so fully, like, emotion of
immediate,
just, like, wow.
Brain dead thought, yeah.
Yeah. About how bald we talking? Okay, so the bald repose things come from the reference sheet that he has, where his hood is up, and it is... And there's no, like, hairline. And so he looks bald. And his insistence that he is not bald made it way worse for him. Because now everyone's like, bald. I can show you the thing. I can show you the reference sheet and then the meme that came out of it. This is the artwork. It's beautiful art. Are fish bald? Yeah. You are. Are octopi bald? Yes! They have no hair, and thus they are bald.
Oh look! Glittery Richery redeemed jar for Echo.
We don't have an Echo jar. We do have a repose jar. And a will jar.
Just stick them all in there.
I do have one called the big one. But that is in the,
Okay, so you need an echo one. Is your next one.
I need to redo a bunch of them too, because they're all the ponies, and I'd like to do just like little guys. Put Baldy in the jar. Okay. Propose gets the jar. So,
also, like, I guess now you can put this drawing of me in the jar in future content.
I can. So, like, doesn't necessarily read as, like, having hair or not having hair in this, right? But in, like, the zoom-ins, where you can kind of see further in a little bit, there's, like, no hairline. And so we started this joke that he's bald. Well, and why Repose doesn't talk to me, because I keep calling him bald, literally. So, let me find the meme. He's shiny. At least I don't say feet as. Oh, right, that's the other thing. The jacket is skin. The jacket is also skin, like that's just part of the body. You can see it on the arm, it just faces into it. So the hood is also skin. Why his ass out? Because that's the meme.
Okay, so I'm gonna redirect
technically he's
us.
naked? Correct.
Yes. So I'm gonna redirect us back to Monday.
Yep.
So, for Deladius, specifically for Doll Ladius, that is my pun for this character, by the way. I am planning on making a gloop mold and do a silicone casting so he's like a little squidgety to go with her doll.
This is Gloop. We love him. The little guy.
Yeah.
So you can squeeze and throw him around. I'm calling the police. A cab. I'm calling my dad.
So that is my next plan for her, is to do that, and then figure out where the fuck I'm putting her summon sigil, and what the fuck it is. So there's that. So yeah, that's on my list. And then I need to figure out what doll I'm doing next. So that's also on my list. Because when Chris and I move, I want to start doing a doll again.
Mm-hmm.
So, if y'all want to help me pick one, you totally can. Bear is getting on to me again. What must be done to convince this woman that she's making shit as she actively plans to make something?
Welcome to the nightmare of convincing Bri she's an artist.
I'm not.
You are! I brought you on the art stream to talk about the artwork you made while I make artwork based off of your artwork.
Also, she has, the whites of her eyes are extremely, extremely small. Like, they are barely there.
We can do little dots. We can do little dots.
For the white. Like, the pinks are giant.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she's used to, like, dark. So the eye color, the pupil, is big. Like, she has pupilless eyes, and the iris, that's what I'm thinking of, is
that's
giant.
The word.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
We got there in the end.
Art! Yes, I agree, doll customs are art. I think doll customs are an amazing art. I think that's beautiful. I don't think I'm at the level of being an artist.
Too bad. You're there now. This also isn't even the only doll custom she's made.
It's the only one I've finished.
Mm-hmm. But you've worked on...
Oh, I've worked on, like, several. Which is what I'm trying to decide which one I'm gonna finish next. So
everyone yelling at you.
So ignoring everyone in the chat, I'll tell you about the customs that I'm working on, or I'm going to be working on. So y'all can kind of direct me for which one you think it is, or which one you think I should do next. So one, in a different campaign, I played in an evil campaign. I played. You were in this campaign, Maddie. You know who I'm gonna talk about. I played a cannibal cult leader.
This is the Barf game. For those of you who remember Barf, same game.
No, Hazel. No, Hazel. No. I love Deladius. You cannot kill her off. So, a doll I have in progress is my Ackless doll. She is a cannibal cult leader.
I'll pull up Barf so the people who haven't seen her know what I'm talking about.
So Ackless is the daughter of a demon, so she's kind of like a tiefling, and she leads a cult of cannibals, as she is like the
You're the head ritual leader, and I think I was the head of making all the food.
Yeah, you were the food. You were the food, and you were
I was the doctor.
You were the doctor. Yeah, that was.
Hazel was somebody we basically kidnapped. She looks mint flavored. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
So Ackless is this cannibal cult leader. She's got this horrifying mask with like several eyes on it, and like a really big smiling mouth. And she's kind of like a, if you think of like a Persephone personification, she's kind of like the darker side of that. Like she is the side of like the Lady of Death. Her hands are all the way up to her elbows are like stained black, so she wears gloves, that kind of thing. So she's a work in progress. I have a doll called Theo. He was one of my only male character I've ever played. He is a monk, and I have his reroute and his pants finished. I just need to finish his shirt, jacket, and face. So everything else is done.
I love that specifically his pants are done, but not his shirt.
Shirts are hard. Armholes are hard.
Understandable.
And then I've got Rivulet, who was a water genasi that I play. I play a lot of water-themed characters.
No!
Anyway. It's my element, what can I say? So she had hair that was actually water, and she had 3 goldfish who lived in her hair, and she was a ranger with a crab animal companion.
Ready to take a sip?
Are we getting it? I'm ready for it.
Bear said, speaking of water.
Yeah, I see it.
My cup is in my hand.
My straw is in my mouth.
I'm sucking.
All the time. So you do see my messages. Damn it.
They got you. Bear, what are your pronouns?
I think they are Grizz and Lee.
Him?
Him.
Okay. Thank you.
So those are my 3 in progress projects, but I do have a couple dolls. And unfortunately, there is another character that I want to work on though. But I should probably finish one of the 3 that I've got before I start a new one, because the new one would be a project. It would be the character that I'm playing in Wild Sea on Sundays in Farrell's game. So she is essentially anybody a Sanderson head? Anybody a Sandersoner or a Stormlight Archives person? Probably not, but worth a shot. So she is basically, if you know the reference, she's kind of like a Khandra. which means that she can kind of shapeshift. So, like, if she gets injured or breaks a bone or something, I cannot roll a 3 above a 3 on a 46. This character is going to die eventually, but I love her so much. She basically is another water-themed character. I really do have a theme.
Yes.
She has tentacles for hair and gray-blue skin. And, yeah, she has tentacles for hair because she's half octopus. Basically. Oh, no. She meant a 3 on each individual dice. So she has tentacles for hair that are like electrically charged, and she's got a really cool persona, and she has this giant grappling needle that she can't use for shit because I can't roll d6s. And so, like, I think it'd be really fun to make a doll of her because I feel like doing like the molding for the tentacles like in silicone would be really fun, and then painting like the transition, that would be really cool. But I think I would need to finish Gloop first. Like, I would want to finish Gloop first, and then she's got a tiny circular one like under her left breast, the right one in the photo in the drawing. That's kind of where she was like hit with like a spear kind of thing.
Got it.
Do you see it? Yeah. Or like the tip of like a fin kind of thing. She's got a couple scars here and there.
As a treat.
As a treat. But yeah. No. Anybody have an opinion on which doll I should work on next, or are we all too busy telling me how I am an artist to listen to my art project?
I think Atlas would be fun, but I think that's just because I like Atlas a bunch.
Atlas is one of my favorites. I've got new hair for Riv. I wish I could pull it out and show you, but it's
yeah, but unfortunately, it's all getting packed away right now.
Because I'm moving on Saturday. Octa character would be fun. Yeah, but I think I need to wait to finish her until. I suggest the shirt to match the pants. I think I need to wait until I finish, until I order the silicone molding stuff and use it to make Gloop, so I get like an idea of how to use it.
Get some practice in with it.
Because Gloop, I'm gonna care less about being perfect.
Yeah, because him being a little goofy will kind of work.
Will lean to his character. Yeah. So. Much like how she used her powers, you just go at it. Yeah, that's fair. But I think for Gloop that works. So there were some character decisions I had to make with this. The eyes, especially like the irises, were driving me crazy for a very long time. Because I never knew whether... You remember? Yeah, we had this conversation about... Deladius sharks, if you look at them, have really, really big eyes. And they don't have a pupil. But humans do have pupils. So I was like debating, would a different fish pupil look good, or would it be better to leave them pupilless? And I think I ended up liking it pupilless, because the way that the paint kind of took, the ring is darker around the edges and a lighter pink in the center, and I think that really works for it.
Au revoir, repose. Have fun jogging.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, farewell. Aš wieder say goodnight. With a dark sclera? Yeah, I have. Not for any of the characters that I'm currently doing, because I'm working through my PCs right now. But once I finish my PCs, I want to start doing like randomly rolled character dolls, because I think that would be really fun. You know, randomly roll up a character in Path Builder, maybe have like an maybe have like an art night like this for it, kind of see what happens, and then make a doll. Because I think it would be fun to continue this trend of doing art for dolls I make when I finish them.
Absolutely.
Because I finish them so rarely, and they seem to like it, kind of. So
they like having you here, and so do I, because you're cool as fuck.
I don't know about that. So, for someone not an artist, I'm not an artist. I am a doll customizer. I am a writer.
That is also an art form. She admitted that she's a writer. She admitted that she's a writer. Clip it, clip it, clip it, clip it.
I will admit those.
I just, like, whacked my arm around dramatically while I was talking, and I just felt something be like, that's gonna hurt later.
That's mobility for you.
I realized the other day when I was out shopping for clothes with my mom that my legs are hypermobile. I knew my arms were a little bit, because when I like lift my arms and straighten them out, they like bend backwards. I didn't realize my knees also did until I was like standing sideways, and I just glanced at the mirror and I was like, oh no.
Oh yes. Okay, so I also want to give a little bit of perspective for this character. Well, everyone is saying that I'm an artist. Mm-hmm. Also, Hazel, you are literally a writer. You are published.
Yeah.
Like, you are a writer.
Evidence.
Evidence. You're just gonna pull these into a Google Doc to use at me at any time you wish, aren't you?
I don't need to use it as a Google Doc. They're saved on the Twitch forever.
Fuck. Remember when Echo said I had a beautiful voice? That's gone now.
The VOD's still here. It's gonna be on YouTube. It'll be on the Patreon.
Oh god.
We caught you being bi. Yeah. That one's the, if there could be one clip for the entire stream, that's like my favorite one, is you just going, is you talking and be like, wow, and then just saying nothing for a solid like 10 seconds.
Next time we'll catch, no, you won't catch me being an artist.
We already did. It's caught right here, look at it.
Oh no, when you pull out the medallion of conflict that I actually drew, that's gonna do it too.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so, what was I saying? I was saying something. I think maybe the next one I'll finish is Theo, and then Aklis, and then, Riv. And then I can start on, Arya Shade. Which, by the way, that's what I was gonna say. Leveling to y'all about this character a little bit. So she is a mermaid in a wheelchair, because at about the time that Hazel started running this game, I lost a lot of my mobility. So I'm breaking it down a little bit real. So I have a fainting disorder, and I will faint if I stand up for more than about 5 minutes at a time. So I have been confined to a wheelchair. Yes, Hazel, or Maddie.
Sorry, as you're fucking talking about this, Kate said this.
Oh no. Oh my god.
And I just, like, I couldn't catch myself in time.
As a threat.
As a threat.
So to finish my real talk in between the cat meme, so when I lost the ability to, like, walk freely and, like, had to switch to using a wheelchair for most of my mobility, it made me want to play a character in D&D who had a similar challenge, who was used to having, like, this powerful ability, who loved swimming, who loved like doing things and being this person she was, and had to make a complete change because of things outside of her control. So it was a very nice shift to play a mermaid in a wheelchair character, and I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of helped me feel not better but different, but about
normal about it.
Yeah, about my disability versus how I was feeling, like, before. So it has been good for me to do that, so.
Mm-hmm. We love
I can tell stories.
Like
so.
that. Just a little bit of salami.
Yeah. Loved the OG, Percy Jackson.
God, real. I've heard the show's pretty decent.
I have too.
I
haven't watched it.
Yeah.
The movie was garbage.
Oh god. The fucking click pen. How does it become a pen again? Is there a button on the sword? That seems bad for combat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Grizzly Bear. Also, Echo. Yeah, I mean,
Whatever.
Bacon
What the fuck is
Boysenberry
Oh
is
no.
going bits, 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 bits.
Oh no, Bacon has no way of knowing what he's doing.
So many cheers. Okay.
Oh no. I have to say it so many times now.
What?
Okay, so there's an ongoing bit that I've been doing since I wasn't, like, even before I had started streaming myself, when I was hanging out on other people's streams, where I would say the word bit for every bit they received. And I did, so, 1600, thank you.
I'm sorry, what? So long, have a lovely day, baby.
Thank you, I really appreciate it, and I'm so sorry for chat.
I am not going to do this one with you.
You do not have to. This is the one thing where I'm like, no one has to do this with me. That's still going through on Twitch. Sorry, I have to do a bunch of math preemptively, so I need 64 squares.
What are you crocheting? I agree. Very fun being a crocheter. What's your project? Fun!
Big ass blanket.
Yeah. My current knitting project is an Afghan. Which is a big ass blanket. First time making anything. Well, good!
Hell yeah!
It's really fun. I love crocheting.
Okay.
I've got little triceratopses I made. I made 2 baby blankets, one for my niece and one for my best friend's baby. And the best friend's baby one I custom designed for him. I made Hazel an trans owlbear for her birthday. And I made Chris a blue owlbear for his. So.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make my mom a scarf for her birthday. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. bit 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 I like snagged my lip on something earlier, so now I can feel it every time I say words.
Echo, while she's bitting, to answer that,
Here,
I am a witch.
I'll turn myself down so that you can keep talking.
Okay.
There.
You're just the background bit.
Yeah, I'll still be loud to you, but they can hear you better.
Okay. To answer that, I am an pagan / a witch. So Maddie drew my character Witchy, and she thought since I was witchy, it would be appropriate to put out all the Halloween decorations, which I loved. So very nice. Also, Maddie, Grizzly Bear redeemed stretch, so please stretch while bidding.
Ow, my back.
$1,600 bits. They donated 1,600 bits.
Which is not the largest amount we've had.
Oh no. They did 1,600 bits and then fucking yeeted themselves out of the chat. They're gone.
Yeah, they don't have to deal with this, but you guys do.
Yeah. Courtesy of Bacon Boysenberry. Also, Maddie, I sent you a picture of the blanket that I crocheted for, baby, so if you wanted to show that to them.
Yeah. Put that on screen for a moment. There we go. Isn't that cute?
They can't see it yet. There it is.
No.
Yeah, I crocheted that by hand.
Hey, I'm having a good time. Most people do have a good time while I'm doing this. There's just a couple that are like, fucking stop. Repose is one of them. He hates this bit. Halfway
to 1,600?
Yep. So each mark is 5 bits.
Okay.
Each square is 25.
Got it.
I do the big brain on this. I had to math out some way a long time
So
ago
each
to
4 is 100.
Correct. These ones here are the bonus 4. So like this is 10. That way I have like a way to do it in my head so I can mark it down so I'm not like, did Maddie get quieter? I made myself quieter so you could hear Bri talk over me.
Because I'm actually chatting to y'all, so. Grizzly! What am I munching? Oh, I forgot to raise my mic again. Cheddar cheese, flavored Pringles.
Oh, yum!
Yeah. What snack do you want, Echo? You want cheddar Pringle? Okay. I will reserve one cheddar Pringle for you.
One chip. No, you cannot eat the door.
Grizzly, do you want the door or a chip? Okay, Grizzly's redeeming chips, I think.
Maddie never lets me have anything. You're not gonna eat the you live in this cathedral with me. The pen? No.
Grizzly wants to eat the pen. I called dibs! Ah! Oh wait, no. Echo. Echo. You should say I call nibs.
I do have nibs. I have spare nibs for my pen. Let me eat the bit counter. You can take a bite out of it when I'm done. Sip.
You're nearly there. You got those? Remember your training? I did actually do voice lessons. Same.
And I think it's the only reason I can pronounce it properly this many times.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather,
Yeah.
red leather, yellow leather.
We're done. My mouth.
Well, that took a bit.
Oh, and he wanted a bite out of it, so let me just,
And he wants a bite out of it.
there you go. A little bite. It's like taking a bite out of a chocolate bar.
It's like taking a bite out of an advent calendar.
It is a little bit like taking a bite out of an advent calendar. I'll leave some crumbs.
Remember to raise your volume back up.
Oh, thank you. Here you go. I'll take a screenshot of it because it's funny that there's a bite out of it. Our time is
Also, Maddie, why did you draw me so much prettier than I am in real life?
You are that pretty. What the fuck are
No,
you
I'm
talking
not.
about?
I'm not.
Bri is so pretty.
I'm not.
I literally pulled up the picture you sent me of yourself yesterday to draw it with. Let me just pop that in images.
Maddie does draw everyone pretty. That's very true.
Yeah, people say I have a habit of making hot people.
You do. No, I'm not alive, Grizzly Bear. I'm disabled and autistic. Those two. Those two.
Yeah.
And bi. I admit I am disabled,
You are very
autistic, and bi.
I think we're gonna have to finish her up on another day because we're running out of time.
Yeah, I told you.
I was just hoping. Oh no, you have to come back on and hang out more.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Maybe then I'll just so can I have a snack? Yato, what do you want? And do you want the snack from the Bri side or the Maddie side?
What do you want? What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want, Paul?
The door again?
Give me every
screw in the cathedral.
No!
I don't think there are that many screws in the cathedral.
So for a little bit of context for you, Bri, in the big cathedral I live in as the vampire, Yato lives with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he fucks up the place, he also loses his house.
Right, but the big cathedral would probably be made of mostly nails, not screws.
Yeah. Yato, if you want to go into the Dark Souls basement to see if we have a box of screws down there, be my fucking guest. I wasn't too late.
We're almost like done for the night though. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Adam. Just a touch late, but it's okay. It's not like we're literally about to stop.
I think we would have finished if it wasn't for the bits.
Oh, most likely.
Because I feel like we're nearly done. How's your hand?
We've got a couple more shading, and I still have to do the fish and
oh yeah,
gloop. So we've got about like another hour and a half in her. Plus shading and stuff.
Maybe Monday after next, because I know next week is
yeah,
Friday's Monday.
Yeah, it's another FNAF. Yeah.
So what about the 8th?
8th sounds good to me. If you're all settled in by then, of course.
We should be. At least enough.
I'll get the screws and come back pregnant. Sorry, there's guests here.
It's okay.
Believe me, Bri's heard worse out of my mouth. Bri knew me before any of you did.
Well, except Will.
And Hazel, yeah.
No,
well,
I knew you before,
not before Hazel. But like, before streaming.
Yeah.
Bri's gonna have to return. Oh no. Whatever will we do?
Depending, I might have... So, this is a surprise for y'all. I have footage of me making the Deladius doll. I've been debating if I wanted to make it a YouTube video. So, Virtual Vampire said... That's Link. Said before her and Tyler too?
Yes, actually. I knew, because Felipe introduced me to you guys, but, like, the time that was happening either was about the time I picked up the Tuesday game. No, not before you and Tyler. Not before you, at least, but, like, very close, because the first time I met Bri was the tournament. TM. Bri is a lore friend.
And I was just like... Yes, I am a lore friend.
Will was...
And I'm a lore friend!
Will was being threatened to get me into the Tuesday game.
Because, okay.
At the time,
so,
there was no... Like, Bri was the only female.
I was the only female.
Only woman.
I was the only, female, yes. And everyone else at that time was a straight, quote-unquote, male. So, like... So, I wanted another girl to play D&D with. And now we've gotten to a point where there are actually more women in our circle than men.
Yeah. Because we have Hazel and Will is gender fluid.
Yep. And Sophia has kind of joined now. So.
We'll get her in a Tuesday game yet.
Well, apparently.
Literally.
She takes care of her health on Tuesdays.
Oh. Which is fair. Ramel is like, if like gender non-compliant is what I'd call it.
Posture check.
Posture check. I'm sitting up. Give it enough time. D&D will do that by itself. Yeah, literally. You want a health posture no longer be
Save.
shrimp-shaped. You're doing God's will, Hazel.
Save the bit page too.
Oh, I took a screenshot of it. I can send it to you.
If Romel was unemployed, he'd be non-binary.
That's so real, though. That's correct. We're gonna stream again on Thursday. I'm gonna work more on that bird commission I was working on not last week, but the week before. I wanna get, it's just the grunt work part. So, we're gonna have Case on, and then Link and Annam if they're available. I know their schedules sometimes get a little fussy, but we're gonna be doing, you'll like them, Bri. Hold on, let me pull them up before I send out a raid.
Yes, employment does make you gender conformist because you sometimes lose your employment if you're not.
Exactly.
Also, Maddie, depending on
This is Barnes Owler. He is also in a wheelchair. He's in an electric wheelchair.
Aww.
Your protein.
So cute.
You already had the protein bar literally right at the end. That's so rude.
Yes, they did. I forgot to shout that one out.
That's okay. I can see it.
So depending on money situation, I might commission you to help me with that, or to do that scene of Deladius and her siblings at a shipwreck.
Mm-hmm.
If you have your commissions open ever again.
Yeah. Well, it was so funny. She's like, "Can I just like claim a spot for when they're open again?" For the Tuesday character that isn't happening for a while, and I was like, yes, thumbs up. Because I have to finish the bird one, and then I can get started on the echo one, which is going to be a big one, but also technically easier than this one was, because we already have the design down. It's just drawing the thing.
Yeah,
Barnes Owler took so long because I had to
Can we
keep,
pay
like,
for
back and forth.
commission tickets?
I used to have like I used to take people like
You should do like a
wait.
raffle.
I used to do a raffle.
Like they pay $5 Canadian to put their name in the raffle.
$5 to have
and
it
then,
in there.
Yep, and then when you're at the end of your commission cycle, you run the yeah. Then at the end of it, the Velveeta ad is back.
The Velveeta.
But when you're when you are
correct, Hazel, you do also have that one lined up, don't worry.
Yeah. But then once you're done, and then Taco Bell, nice. When you're done with your commission cycle, you like do the wheel to like see whose commissions get picked up next.
Yeah. Because I used to have a wait list, and then I realized how long the wait list was, and it was making me anxious about doing the commissions, and I was like, all right. So I open up like 5 slots at a time, and then I do those commissions, and it just so happened that the last set were like very big ones.
Yeah.
Which is good for money, good for me, but like also
RNG commissions hell. No, it wouldn't be. It would be roguelike commissions. No, it would be like a bonus commission.
I just set it up on Ko-Fi.
Yeah.
MMO
Is it not
awful?
It's a bad idea. It's mostly a joke.
It is.
Okay, so I think my plan is I'm gonna finish my plan is I'm gonna try and finish the Deladius video before our next Deladius session.
Let's go.
And start the process of working on, I think, Theo next. I think Theo's who I'm gonna do next. So. Let me see.
Oh,
thank you for sending me the bite
We've gone so long
bits.
that Drawfee is live, so I'm gonna send y'all to Drawfee to go have fun. So in 2 weeks, Bri will be back. We'll finish up Deladius, and then Gloop, and maybe if we have time, do some other doodles of them.
Or you could just watch my video live.
Well, that's part of it. If you have it done by then, we'll wait till people get in, and then we'll do like.
Okay. That was a joke. That was not a serious.
No, that was always the plan.
Oh no.
Thursday for Bird, next Monday for more FNAF. we're redoing. We've been redoing the OG designs for people, which is mine, Link's, and Tyler's. We just finished Party Rat, and I think we're gonna do Ringo next.
Oh wait! I found before you drop us somewhere. I found pictures of where Aklis and Theo are in their stages.
Ooh, you do not have long to send them to me.
I'm sending them to you now.
Bri, I will be awaiting your confession. Come back in 2 weeks, and maybe she will. I forgot how poofy Aklis's hair is.
It's so I'm gonna redo her wig.
Behold.
These are Aklis and Theo. Naked dolls, yeah.
They're perfectly covered. Like, her body's perfectly covered by the hair. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Redo her weave. Alright, okay, you're leaving soon. Goodbye, everybody. Mwah. See you Thursday.
Goodbye. Mwah. See you next time.